Okay. Yep, we will begin our first day of our 3-day budget work sessions and start with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I guess first, does anybody have any initial thoughts or questions or things that they want to ask before we begin?
Yeah, what is the total amount to cut? I mean, we've got 2 or 3 different figures, but what did we come up with finally?
The one that I have that you gave us the other day, I think, want to make sure.
Just let me explain for a minute, because that just sounds, when I gave you the original budget books, you guys were starting things early. We didn't have estimated revenue in it.
Okay.
We didn't have all of the lit. We didn't have all that. Okay, so more or less, if you look at those, if you paid attention to them at the top, it said 2025 income. Okay, so that's basically giving you the requested budgets, but the revenues were not up to date. Okay, so as we went going, we didn't get lit till August 12th, I believe, so then I had to go through and update that. Okay, we had some offices that didn't have contracts amounts in yet, so we had to edit that. So then, so that's the changing of it, and that's what happens when you're, working and you're working through things, and I'm trying to give you guys as much information as you could possibly have, knowing that they're estimates. Okay. Then, in the side of it, I had to have our preliminary budget submitted to DLGF by September 1. So basically after that, you can't change any expenditures. You can't go up any higher. That's kind of like your ceiling. Okay. But when I was entering all that, I noticed that I work with Baker Tilly, and they still had revenue going into our general fund for interest, which for the last 3 years, all of our interest has went into general. We passed you guys passed the ordinance this year to set up that fund. So that's where we went from the income of 6.5 million down to right at 6 million, where we, so in general. So that's where the change comes from, having to cut 1.7 from the general to 2.2.
2.2.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what we've got.
So the general is your big change.
Gotcha.
I do have a question. That Form 4B that you did, you said that was before, was that right? Before the change? You revised it once, right?
Mhm.
But there was something on there, I've got to find it in this stuff.
Okay.
But there was something on there about investment income.
That's been taken off.
I know, but I looked at the most recent one you sent me, and I thought I saw 400-something thousand.
488's been taken off. That's what's been here. I can email.
Okay.
I don't have it printed, but I can email you. But when Baker Tilly did that, they had 488 estimated miscellaneous income for investment in there. And so the original one had 488. That's the difference from the 6.5 to the right under 6.1. It's 6.2. I can't remember it. Okay. Let me find that from Baker Tilly. But that's because from January till April, it showed it going in there, but we moved it, but it was a transfer of cash from one fund to another fund.
So actually, your miscellaneous revenue decreased.
Correct.
It was at 2.9 and it became 2.4.
Yeah. Let me see if I can see it on that.
I thought I printed that, the
And
most
it's
recent.
still a little off. I don't know what that was.
I love when you guys say that, but really, it's really rude, to be honest. It's really, we're not starting the day off very good.
It's an estimate.
Let's say it a little kinder. 2.4 is what we're at. I work with Baker Tilly. If you guys think you want to have your conversations with Baker Tilly, then have your conversations with Baker Tilly and figure it out. I'm trying the best that I can. I'm giving you the information that I get from the Department of Local Government Finance and Baker Tilly, but it is 8:10 and we're already starting this way. So please, let's restart.
I think he's just making a
Restart.
point that there were two different numbers that were
I
given on
just
here.
explained to you, and you had how long to ask me questions, and you wait till right now. So, if you have some questions, I can pull up some emails and we can go.
I didn't have any questions. I just made a statement that
Yeah,
the 2.9 became 2.4
Which is because,
of the
but
interest.
then you said you think it's still off a little bit.
I was trying to, when I took the 2.9, I subtracted the 400 interest. It does not come back to the 2.4. what it was.
Let me pull this sheet up from
So there was
Baker Tilly,
another
just so
little
we can
change
clarify
or
this.
something.
some type of little discrepancy or
All right,
something. You
just
think?
give me a minute to, because I don't have these printed, so I've got to go to my budget folder.
Maybe I had the wrong interest here. I don't know.
And y'all have to understand, Baker Tilly works off of an estimate. So let's see the spreadsheet that we had. Or shall I say, I work with Baker Tilly. Why is this not coming up? Come on, folder, there it is, okay. So,
I'm trying to find that.
revised. So memo. It's because it's in so many strands of emails, it's gonna take me a second. Let me go to my sent, that's easier. Sent,
This line is 2,463,822. Is it that form 4242?
I don't know what I don't know, are you looking at the actual Form 4B?
I'm looking at what you gave us in this budget book for Form 4B.
So you're looking at the Form
Yeah,
4B.
that's what I'm looking at.
Okay, but what I wanna do is go to what made up that 2.4.
You mean go to 2, is it Form 2 or
No, yeah, I need to go to
the miscellaneous revenue form? I tried to look that up online and it wasn't there. I was gonna try to print it, but then I found that you gave me a copy, I think. I somehow ended up with a color copy, so I assume you gave it to me because I don't have a color printer.
That's fine.
You want the email from Baker Tilly for the form? Okay.
Okay. So, there's a. So, 2.24. So there's a paper that says actual and estimated impact. Do you guys see that? Do you know what I'm talking about? And on the original from Baker Tilly, earns on investments and deposit, they had like 488. I've got the cleared out version for 2025. So then they did an estimate. They had 2025's interest income in there, and then they did an estimate of 488 for 2026, and we took that out. So that brought us down, but I don't have the exact total of miscellaneous. So,
Is the revised Form 4B correct, you think?
yes, and I went over everything I spent. Let's see, what day did we have our meeting? The 11th. I spent 2 hours
Oh, here it is.
talking to Robert
You
Norris
gave me this.
with, I don't know.
From Susan. It's that
Is there a
estimated.
sheet on there in the back,
It's that Form 2, is it?
spreadsheet?
Yep.
This is what I'm looking at. This is what sheet when we went.
Budget Form 2?
Yeah.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah. We work off of a spreadsheet, then put it into Gateway. But anyway, Thursday, I've reached out and spoke with Daryl Schmidt regarding the fact that information isn't lining up with what he gave compared to Baker Tilly. Then I reached out to Robert Norris because I'm like, I want two people to give me the same information to where I can believe something. And we reviewed my entire Form 4B, went through everything. I was on the phone for almost 2.5 hours with him. He said that Baker Tilly's numbers are conservative. He matched everything up with my Form 4B. If we didn't work with Baker Tilly, Robert Norris is who I would work with on the Form 4B. So I feel like I have covered every avenue to give you guys the most accurate information as possible. These are estimates. Things could change. The very first year I was here, we had lit numbers in November and they changed in January. Now, did they change for the good? Yes, but they're estimates. So if you guys have any questions, there's nothing more I can answer. I mean, I can pull reports, I can look. I just, off the cuff right now, I can't give you any more information than what I've given you.
Kelly, didn't you have a question on the net assessed evaluation? The 710,
Yeah.
I think I know what the answer is to that, but
Yeah, I was just curious about on the Form 4B here, at the bottom where it says the net assessed value is 710 million.
Are you looking on the general?
Sorry,
Okay.
at the bottom, see where it says 710,938. How did you arrive at that? Or is that big? I mean,
Yeah, I don't. It automatically populates. We don't fill that in.
I think she was looking at the total.
I was looking at the total was
8 million, but I said,
888
don't you have
million.
to back off like the Wapaka and all
You have to
that?
back off your TIFs, you have to back off your circuit, all that stuff comes off. That we don't fill in. It automatically populates based off of.
And if you look last year, it was less too than what. it
We don't
was.
fill that in.
Okay.
That's information from the DLGF that's already in there.
Cause see, you're never gonna collect those taxes from the TIF. It's not part of our,
I just noticed it was quite a bit of difference, and I was
Mhm.
wondering the difference there with what I was seeing on the DLGF for the certified net assessed value.
I think it takes
Was it 888
consideration
million?
your TIF.
What I was looking at, Chris, whenever I was thinking about that is the budget form 2
Okay,
that you gave me.
Mhm.
This isn't uploaded because I was looking for it last night, and then I just found it in my stack of papers. So you had to give me this from Susan. And it still says that the earnings on investments and deposits is 462.
you pulled that off DLGF last night? Uh,
They don't have
That's
it.
the, well,
You
that's,
gave it to me.
yeah, that's the original sheet.
Okay, so this
That
is not
takes
right. I need
Right.
to, okay.
I mean, that's from before, what, we printed that out at the beginning, yes.
see, and I think that's where the difference is. She said 462 and you said 488
Yeah.
on the interest.
I
And
think
that's
so.
why I couldn't come back to,
Okay.
I think it was that, is what it was.
I'm pretty sure
So
it was
do you have an-
488.
Do you have an updated Form 2, a budget Form 2?
That should be in, I can print those for you, but those are they're on the DLGF thing. Let me see.
No, I tried last night. I tried looking for it. Because I wanted to see if this was right. I thought maybe this was
Let me go
updated.
to.
Because there
the
was a discrepancy.
DLGF. Because when you submit the form.
Unless, I mean, you have a different access, I think, maybe where you log in, but where I just go as a
You just go to
citizen,
public.
it's not there.
Gateway login. I know I submitted, because I had to have my form, budget, Perry County, view forms.
I thought maybe it'd been updated.
I have only submitted the Form 3. I have not submitted anything else, no. Those are worksheets. You don't have to necessarily submit those. There's a debt worksheet, and the estimated miscellaneous revenue edit. Let's see. Let me get with Baker Tilly
Because
on a
remember I
break.
was asking you.
I just want to make sure these are updated.
If you don't
in
mind,
here.
because
I
I don't
just, yeah.
I don't know if
just-
they updated this. If they didn't, then we're gonna have a little bit, I think that's where David's saying it's off a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I need to make sure those are updated.
Make sure they
before.
update budget Form 2. And they may have already, but this was from August 20th. You gave it to me the other day. Remember I was emailing you and I said, can you break that down for me? Where does that miscellaneous come
Did you get
from?
that spreadsheet, like the spreadsheet that I sent separate that we were working off of? Cause that's what I work off of.
Nothing.
I'll send her again, just so you can have it. So, okay, sounds good.
Okay, so you'll get a new budget form too, is that what it's called?
Do you need it?
I mean, I just like looking at it. I like to have it,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I think if you can just send it to everybody.
Yeah.
That way they can see what makes up the miscellaneous revenue. I just think that. Maybe. Okay. So Paul, back to your question. So do you have this up, let's make sure everybody has the same
I've got
one.
one that says that, the last one I've got is we cut $2,211,552
Is that what everybody has?
and then, but, you know, and I appreciate all you do, Chris, but I know this was moving. I just wanted to be sure what the
Yeah.
final one was.
Yeah, I just wanted to explain it, you
Yeah, I
know, cause I
appreciate
feel
your
like it's been like,
Information.
Well, we've had a few different ones, so is that what you have, Stan? The 2.2 in the general, okay, so you have.
Bottom line, we take what Chris says for her numbers. She's the auditor,
Yeah.
and we go by the auditor. That office is full-time.
Yeah.
We're just coming in here and part-time and not saying we're not supposed to know what's going on, but they do all the calculations.
I agree with you.
And as far as I'm concerned, and what we
The disadvantage, I
take
think,
her
is-
numbers.
yeah, I think the disadvantage of starting early was the fact that we've got these forms multiple times.
Yeah.
And they're
And
not
I
dated,
think-
some of them are dated, so we don't know
Right.
which ones to pitch and which
I
ones.
think what is good to start is on the expenditure part, you know, it's good to look at the expenditure part and then let me get the revenue and everything going to you, cause we really don't get that until mid-August.
Anything before that is
Yes.
a guess upon a guess.
I guess upon a guess, but looking at the budget stuff and where I think the good thing to start is start earlier is to kind of get your expenditures in line and see what fluff or what added expenses we're gonna have from this year to the next
Agreed.
is a plus, but, and I was really nervous and I felt bad giving you other papers, you know, and was trying to, it's like, if I could just get the budget books back and
A
update
lot
it.
of papers.
Yes, and then I was like trying to number that we were numbering the pages. I'm like, okay, here's your pages, pull those out, put these in now.
But that was easy enough. I mean,
So,
you
okay,
know,
thank you.
I
I
didn't
tried to-
mind
That
the
was well
budget book.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know,
As
just.
far as, yeah, I mean, as
And
far
it
as
is,
you could.
it's been a hard year too with SEA one. I
Yeah.
mean, it is a huge change, and when you're getting conflicting, I know that Kelly and I both have talked a lot, all of you too, that we've been reaching out to our legislators because what are we supposed to hear? What are we supposed to believe? You know, where are we at?
I think they had some misunderstandings
It's
as
really
well.
good.
That they had some expectations based on this document, okay, that did not look at the whole picture. When Mandy gets a hold of those numbers and starts assigning exemptions and things like that, which take this number down, that's
Right.
what we, yeah, so.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and we're probably gonna learn all this or try to absorb half of it and it's gonna get changed again.
Yeah, probably. I think
Because they're getting a lot of barking.
so one more thing, if that's okay.
Mhm.
So the sheet that you gave us, it says levy funds only. So it was in my
Yes.
book, okay? I guess everybody has one of those, yeah.
Yes.
I just had a question here because I want to make sure I'm
Mhm.
understanding what's going on. So I'm looking at advertised levy for 2026, and then over here, when I look, the numbers are a little different for estimated max levy, actual not inflated. Is that supposed to be the same?
Which
or-
one are you talking about?
Okay, so I'm looking at your memo.
The memo?
Yeah. So I'm looking at your memo, and then I'm also looking at levy funds only in this book, you know, this, look what it looks like.
This thingy?
No, I highlighted mine, so,
Yes,
Yep, yep.
that's it.
so
Okay.
can you tell me, because I just want to understand.
Okay. let me
When I
make
look
sure.
at actual estimated levy of 26 from your memo here, the numbers are a little different.
And go by the memo,
Okay.
because I don't know if I gave you guys an updated one of those, the spreadsheet.
It says 9/3/25, so I don't know.
This is as of September 11th, I think.
Let me find my levy paper.
I guess my,
And this is where it's
I
based
didn't know
off of, and I went over this with Robert Norris the other day, just to be sure, because that's who basically approves that. Where's my levy paper?
I mean, the total's the same, but how they got there is different. Like the 4,979,374, but when you look at each individual one, like county general, Cume Bridge, health, and property reassessment, they're a little different. You see what I'm saying?
I don't see 4,979,000, I see 4,964,000.
Okay, so, okay, I'm looking at this
Okay.
memo that she sent.
And comparing it to
Yep,
this.
so see here, this is what I'm looking at here. Like this is, the total here is the same,
4,9.
the end, but how they got there is not the same.
Uh,
So I don't know what,
I don't think I'm looking here. Okay, so the max levy comes from the local, okay, so we have our 2025 max levy. I went over this and made notes on this, because this is something that Chris's brain's still trying to wrap around. So you have your 2025 max levy, so you can increase basically your levy funds of as far as come from property taxes by 4% a year, okay? So adding 4%, that's 185,189 in new money. And then they basically don't make you count the expense of your, our SERS, which in our life skill, or our Southern Hills, Life Springs, which is, our mental health. So they basically give you that 164,463 back into your budget. So then our estimated max levy, so the max amount of tax dollars that you can collect is 4,979,374. Okay, then you got to take into consideration your tax caps and your circuit breaker. Okay, and this is where the huge difference was. In 2025, our tax caps were, and circuit breaker were circuit breaker's part of that is 395,900. This year, our estimated tax caps are 631,500. That's what wasn't taken into consideration.
And I think that's why Senator Schmidt was not figuring those facts. And that's why we got the 79, is the way I understand it.
what's weird about it is it was the LSA, the Legislative Services, that did all that. So they did it for all the counties. So how did they not? I mean, that's weird.
It is on.
As far as the personal service, the supply, and the service charge and capital layouts, that's what's based off of our preliminary budget right now request.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You can tell us about it if you want to. Go ahead. Sorry.
So Baker Tilly looks through our expenses that we have for each of our levy funds, each of the requests, and breaks it down, basically breaks that budget total down by categories of personal service, supply, services and charges, and capital outlays to get your total budget for each of those.
So you see that next,
estimated levy.
See how they're a little bit different?
405.
I mean, the total's the same, but they're a little different within general.
What are you talking about?
The estimated levy
The
actual.
estimated max levy, actual.
Read one of them.
4 million, okay, general, 4,055,608, but over here, it's advertised as 4,136.
Oh, okay, well, they don't come up the same. Now, if you add them up, the one comes at 5,078, and the other one comes to 4,979. The difference is the 99,000, the projection over levy.
Yeah.
They don't come up the same amount. Look at your second page. It doesn't come up the same. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm not looking at this, I'm looking at this levy fund sheet.
That's what I am too.
No, I don't know what you're,
Well, look,
I'm looking at the individual here.
but are you looking at this page too then?
Yeah.
And if you add those up, they don't come to 4,979. They come to 5 million,
Oh, that's what you're saying, so different.
which is the difference is the projected over
So we
levy.
should,
Thank you.
So are these the ones we should really use? Because this is more accurate? If we want to cut that 99,000 out?
Hold already anyway.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, darling, sorry.
Okay, so I see what David's saying.
Okay.
Okay, the difference here, these are a little less in each one of these, where it shows general and reassessment and Cume Bridge and health.
Uh-huh.
But it's because it's taken that 99,587 out, so should we use that? Instead of the advertised, the actual?
We need to use this, because this is what we need to buy.
Which is the lesser number.
Because I think this was,
No, this is, I think, right?
this is what I reviewed with Robert Norris, and I feel confident, and this is what he basically told me. He's like, so basically, if we're 99,000 over our levy in our levies. Now, that doesn't mean you can't budget that, because if you have the cash to support it, just know that that's going to,
Yeah,
so,
if we want a balanced budget, you have to.
which is basically why I give you guys this, because this
I like
is
that.
actual numbers, like you can go by fund. And for a balanced budget, if you're not wanting to cut into your cash reserve, which is something that's another thing, I know we gotta get going, but the big purpose, of having your 25 to 30, your estimated expenditures on reserve is so when we're only getting money in, especially on our levy funds, twice a year, if you don't have that cushion, we're going to have to do more temporary loans. And that's something that has been a goal of mine for the last few years, which I feel like we as a group has worked really well on getting that and getting that reserve to where we don't have to do as many temporary loans from one fund to another fund to get us through to our spring and fall settlements. And the temporary loans that we've done have decreased from, 600 and 800,000. We haven't had to do a loan to general fund in the last 3 years. Now, a lot of that has been due to the fact of we used our interest, and those good years that interest rates were good to build that reserve in general. So this is kind of what I would look at if I was in your guys' position and getting a balanced budget, because this is your estimated conservative revenue. So this is conservative. So you know that if you're wanting to just spend what we're bringing in, then that's what we need to do. And that's what you guys asked for, so that's what I gave you.
I like that. Okay,
Kelly, I have to go back to what you said. So on these figures here where they're a little more,
we would want to use
we're
these.
going to have to reduce those, come
And
back to
reduce
these.
them to
aren't we?
this right here is what I'm trying to say.
I don't think I updated that spreadsheet.
This one, or,
Well, no, I think.
The memo's right.
okay,
I don't think I updated that Excel spreadsheet
this
from when
one?
we started. Yeah.
Oh.
Because that's just an Excel spreadsheet that I use to make sure, like, as you guys go through the budget and change things, I change the number and that gives that. But that's
Well, David's right, that the 99,000 difference is here. They
Right.
just went through each one and cut it out and to make the 99.
okay, so that's,
So these are, I think, these are, if you want to cut the 99 out, this is what you want to use.
Okay.
I think, but we can get to that.
so that's where,
I think that's what it is, Chris.
okay, thank you.
It's not that you're wrong. Nobody's saying you're wrong.
No.
It's
No,
saying
I just want to
I
make
was-
sure I'm so nervous. There's been so many numbers thrown at me. And I
Well,
just
we're-
trying, I
we're
want to
all
make sure
in
I'm
this
giving you
together,
guys
so.
the accurate stuff.
Okay, all right, anyway, sorry if that confused everybody. Okay, I think we should use this one, but. All right. So, I guess we can, does anybody have any objections to just starting at the beginning? I mean, that's what we've done in the past. I don't know if that's what if anybody has. any
Now, I did
different
wake up this morning thinking, okay, so let me just kind of explain to you our setup to where we're trying to, each year we try to sit down and talk to make things better and smoother for you guys, okay? We have equations, which we had those last year. We have spreadsheets set up that where we can figure the social security and all that. Here's what you guys have to understand. In the general fund, there's multiple departments, okay? So multiple spreadsheets. So for me to get a total for the general fund, we've added an extra step. So basically Kelly's going to update the spreadsheets. So as you guys do, so we'll have if you change anything that we've got to do figuring, adding, it's in there. So she's going to be figuring based on location and department, okay? By fund and then location. Lisa is going to be our check and balance, and she's doing paper pencil, okay? So we will have that. I, this year, am logged into Lao. So I'm going to make, hopefully, all three of us are going to be making the exact same changes. So we'll have that. In Lao, it goes by fund. So I can't give you location, but as I make changes in Lao under the general fund or under plat book or whatever, I'm changing by fund. So I will be able to give you guys then the total for where you are in general without us having to add every location. Does that make sense? So we're trying something new this year. Where hopefully it'll make it each year learn something new. Okay. So that's kind of the steps we've taken. Now, my thought this morning when I woke up, I was like, oh crap. Sorry. We updated the spreadsheets. You guys wanted to go back to the wages of 2024. Okay. They're updated in the spreadsheet, but nothing else is put in there. It's just basically, we just got the starting point on the wages. I didn't do any of that in Lao yet because in Lao, I have a published column. And so when I pull that to upload, so everything that's in Lao is from what I uploaded to the Department of Local Government Finance on September 1st. So I don't have the figures yet in Lao from the spreadsheet. So as we go, hopefully we can transition to that. So it's going to take me a little bit to get you guys fund totals, but as we go, we should be good. So that's kind of, we started you guys off on the spreadsheets, but it doesn't have a total yet because it doesn't have everything in there. It's just got the wages. Okay.
So you're gonna be adding those as you go,
Mhm.
that first column?
Yep.
It'll take a while.
A little. The spreadsheet has them, but you notice in your starting point column, all you have is wages. That's what we're gonna have to add in because we just did the starting point over there. But as you guys, if you make changes from column 1 to your starting point column, we'll get totals for you as we put those in. If that makes
You gave me a total, like if you took them all out.
And we talked, I told her, I said,
I mean, I
we
had
know,
that, you gave it to me.
we know that the stipend was 228,000 and we know that the extra week cost us 114. So in that, we know the grand
You know,
totals.
okay,
I just don't.
so this wouldn't be helpful to you then.
No, I remembered those. Those are like embedded in my head. Isn't it like 200, I don't know the change.
228, 195, 57, and 114 for 342,195.57.
I knew the estimated, so.
How do you sleep
Your
at
figure.
night?
Huh?
How do you sleep with those?
She
numbers?
doesn't.
Oh, I don't. I have them right here. I don't really sleep.
All right,
Okay,
so how about
All right.
it? Y'all have fun.
so want to start with the clerk? Is everybody okay with that?
Sure.
All right, so I guess the first question is, what does everybody want to do? I asked Chris to add this 2026 starting point column because that would be, or Kelly one, I don't remember. Because that would be, in 2025, we had a 5%, a one-time 5% stipend, which was divided out throughout the year. So it's on each paycheck, but the reason for that, I think, was, if I remember correctly, so that if somebody left, they wouldn't get the full thing up front and then leave, and then they'd have the whole bonus for the whole year. So you kind of have to work the whole year to get the whole 5% stipend bonus. So the 2026 starting point is actually 2024
Salaries.
ending wages. Yeah. So I guess,
Yes, and we have to start with that.
is that what you want to start with?
Well, that's what we did, the stipend.
we didn't know how, what we're gonna be facing this year, actually. So, yeah, I think our starting point would be the 2026 starting point with the wages
So that would be removing everybody's increase ask in wages,
for now.
or do you want to,
And that's what we did last year. We removed
Which
the
that's-
wages. Yeah,
which that's what Chris was talking about,
Yeah.
would be, if we did that, it would be a total of $342,195.57, but that's removing everybody's, at least to start. Is
As
everybody
a
okay?
starting point,
Yeah.
so that we know.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a discussion, to see what we can do, and things can move around, so is that what everybody wants to do? Because then she can work on that if,
Try to adjust it at the end if it's possible.
do we want a motion on this starting, this 2026 starting point
we can do
for
that.
the wages?
Should we do that? Yeah, we should do that. Okay.
Do we make
a
motions for
motion?
those things at this point?
We do that.
This is a work session, so nothing,
We don't have to do that. Okay.
No, nothing's
We,
official.
we did it before, but I mean, if we don't have to, then.
No.
You don't have to, you guys can do however
Well,
you
if we
want.
disagree, then I guess. we-
Yeah, does anybody have any disagreements to start there, or want to have a discussion about that or whatever?
Okay, now Stan, am I understanding you right? What we're starting with is what happened at the end of 2024? Or is
So like
Going to
a starting
2020.
25 wage without the stipend,
Yes,
that, I think
that's our
that's what he
starting.
said.
which is just basically for 25, they got the 5% one-time stipend, and it's removing that. So going back to the normal salary without the extra bonus, yeah. Does anybody have any objections to that? Okay. So Chris, can you work on that, I guess? Or?
Yep.
Okay,
Basically, you're wanting us to take everything, take the starting point wages,
Mhm.
correct? And every other requested line item and we're gonna start there. But you're gonna go down each line item and we're gonna. put those
yeah,
in.
yeah, but just with the wages for that. if you
Yeah,
wanna
we've
work.
already got that in.
Okay,
I'm working on Lao. It's
Okay.
already in the spreadsheets.
okay. So then we can go down to office supplies, I guess?
What's that?
Mhm.
Does that be right? Yep.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Nope, there's one here. There's a part-time, yeah. The part-time was added back, I think. This is the one that I forgot to print from Joan, the email. I can look it up. She had given us an explanation, I didn't know. I think this is where we cut the part-time person in that office, and then she is wanting to add it back here, and then maybe in the perpetual fund. Was that what, perpetuation fund? Does anybody have that note?
Are you talking about the 6640?
The what?
The
Yes.
6640?
Yes, the clerical.
Yeah, 6640, yeah.
So we're going to 46,
Yeah,
725.
I personally
Clerical.
think we need to keep that part-time. We've already removed it, just keep it removed, but that's just my opinion. Does anybody else have any?
I agree.
Okay,
I mean, that's an area that we've kind of beat that horse. Let's stay where we're at, and
Okay.
if she can come up with a way that the clerks.
Yeah.
so can we remove, does anybody have any objections to that, I guess, is what I should say, or any discussion on it?
Is that just zero out this clerical person we were talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
For the 6640 request. So what do we need to do for you guys? Are you just
You're good.
following along? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, so we can zero that out.
I need to get.
Her email also says that she's okay with half of one deputy coming from records perpetuation.
Oh, well, that's nice. Okay. So I wonder if it matters which one. First deputy here.
So we're taking the clerical out, the 66400, or we're taking that completely out, right?
Yep.
I think it's also in another area when we
Is
get
it
to that.
also in the clerk's record
I think so.
perpetuation? Because it was,
So 739.
Corey, does it say if it can be the first deputy or second deputy, or just says deputy?
Half part-time, what's your social security
We
and
can take
retirement?
It should just said half of one deputy.
Which
I
one's
would
that?
imagine she was
this is
the second deputy, don't
okay.
you think?
11.
Well, that would be helpful because
Okay, retirement.
they are 34,795.
33.
The retirement. But if we take that part, because it's part-time, yeah.
Okay, so if she said we can take half of one of the second deputies is what we're gonna assume. And it looks like they're at 34,795. So then take another 17,397 and move it to perpetuation. Is that right? Did you
What's
hear
that
that,
number,
Chris?
17,001?
Well, if I did this right.
It's 17,375, isn't it?
Move 17. 69,590 divided by 2. Divided by 2. 17,397.50. Is that right, David?
I, 70 what?
17,397.50.
Really?
Well, I don't know.
I thought it was, you said 1/2, didn't you?
1/2, yeah, but I took 69.59 divided by 2 and then divide that by 2, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
17,397.50.
That's what I thought.
What's your social security?
17,397.50. So we need to, do we want to go ahead and,
I would,
what do you want? What's easier
to
for you?
make sure we go, it'd be good if you go through by page
Okay.
and any changes you're gonna make, where we can keep the
We
top.
just need to keep notes though. And
Yeah.
I need post-it notes. I wish I had some. You don't have any.
I didn't take those, since I brought, here.
That's all right. I'll just move to that page and make a note there. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I'm.
So
going
for the
to-
second deputy on the clerk, you need to have 52,192.50.
Yes.
Okay. So cross that out to 52,192.50. Thank you, Kelly. All right.
So how much was it?
52192.5.
Thank you.
Okay. Was there anything else on that's the one email I didn't print, Corey. Is there anything else on there about salaries or anything? Or we can move on to,
Not from this page, no.
okay.
Yeah.
The next one's office supplies. Looks like last year's total was 1,341. So far, they've spent, as of June 30th, right, Chris?
Yes, those are.
854. They're requesting 1,600.
I
I'd just
think,
like to keep it the same as last year.
I think that's reasonable for me.
Take it back to,
Repeat for me, please. I'm sorry. I'm trying to
the
note.
13, so last year they spent $1,341 in office supplies. They're requesting
You gotta
600.
remember, they're gonna
They
have
got a big
general
election.
election.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
You might wanna keep that.
That's true.
I don't know.
I think that's right. That's probably why.
Their request is less than their annualized 25, so I think it's not,
Okay,
So leave it at 16.
I think so.
unless anybody. Warrants 1,500 last year, down to 1,300. Spent 520 halfway through the year. Copy, paper and toner. I don't know. There's big election, but it's okay. Oh, we haven't spent anything this
They
year.
haven't spent anything this year, so where's that coming from?
When
It's
24,
so
they-
hard because like for me, we order kind of at the end of the year for the
With
upcoming
whatever you
year.
have left or what?
look what they spent in 24.
Huh?
Look what they spent in 24. 2669.
Yeah, that was.
So, and,
That was election.
like I get all my postage at the beginning of the year because I know I'm gonna need it and
Okay.
it's just gonna keep going up.
Yep, that makes sense. That was an election year and next year is, so better leave that alone, I
Yeah.
think.
Mhm.
Clerks Association dues, I don't think she has any control over that. Postage, 13,900.
25 expends, 10 expose, what Chris says, that may not be a good reflection.
I'm sorry.
Can you see the postage? Can you see like to date right now, where they
Yep.
spent,
What's that account line?
32,100?
Yep.
I like that you have Lao ready to go.
We had it last year, I just didn't use it as much. I mean, I looked up this kind of stuff, but I
Too
didn't do
much
the budget
calculator.
stuff.
Too much calculator.
This is a non-election year.
They spent a lot in a
They spent
non-election year.
10,000 already,
I know.
so I would
I
read
think that's
that.
probably, they probably don't need that.
Okay. Travel,
To date on postage, they've spent $10,109.70.
okay. This, I think she said, wasn't this the one travel for people in her office or something?
I would think with as many new people, that they're gonna probably need to
Need
go
train.
to. these
Should be,
trainings.
because doesn't she have, she's on the other.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's on the, yeah. Equipment, repair. Doesn't look unreasonable.
it's
Postage.
reasonable.
Postage meter lease, I mean, I assume we just have to pay that, because. And then subscription and dues, so that's all I see on that. Does anybody have anything else there? Tell me what your total.
What's your total on that?
Grand total.
180.
Is that the same total? Do we never change anything on, did we?
37.
It's still 5,200 on this.
You have Social Security is 10.
So do you want us to just move on while you're doing the other things?
It doesn't matter, what do you,
Is that for the salaries or the whole?
for the grand total for clerk?
Yeah.
183,792.
That's it.
So that's what's taking half of the second deputy out, so it's Social Security and
And it changed Social Security. I don't know if you want that line. I don't know what you guys want to update in your books. If
Can
it
you go-
matters, if you just.
Oh,
want the
you
total
updated your
or-
Social Security, didn't you?
Yeah, can you go?
And
down the
retirement
line real
it is.
quick?
Yep.
Elected official? You've got what?
46,725,
First deputy,
36,300,
second deputy,
52,192.50,
clerical,
0,
social security,
10,344,
retirement,
15,144,
office supplies,
1,600,
warrants,
1,300,
copy paper,
2,300,
clerical association,
476,
postage,
13,900,
travel,
500, 150, 2,800, 60.
Okay.
For a grand total of 183,792.
I got it.
I know the 50, but I
You rounded
just
up
a
and
little
down.
bit, yeah.
My total is 183,781. What the heck?
186, you said?
No, 183.
3,792.
I can't hardly hear, I'm sorry.
792.
183,792.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Got it? Okay. All right,
Why did that happen?
move on to auditor.
Oh, We'll figure it out. Oh,
I think we just go to the starting point there. And Chris, can you tell me what this official record is in your budget again? I
we,
forgot what you said.
those are what we do for your guys' minute books,
Oh, those,
that paper, and then we have to get new books and stuff. If you look last year, we bought new books.
so you just haven't bought any this year?
No, not yet.
So you'll have plenty for next year? You're gonna buy it all this year?
Did we just buy some paper? I think we just bought
Paper
some
and-
paper,
Okay.
but it's after June, yeah.
Okay.
Where you at, Kelly? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I just went past the wages, because I think those, if we did the 26 starting point, we'll go to office supplies, and
Yes.
it's zeroed out. And then, so the next one's official records. That's what she said is like that official
Yeah,
paper,
that-
that's for the official minutes that are in those big log books. It doesn't look like, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't look like maybe you spend that much every year on that, but,
Let me guess, sorry, I'm still in clerk.
okay.
I'm getting there, let me get there.
Because in 23 it was $70, and 24 is $215. I mean, can we cut it in half? Is that,
Where you at?
I'm on that official records again.
Okay, so
What do you think?
I might be misspeaking, and Kim, I know you're watching, so you can verify this, but we did just have to order paper
Okay.
and some new binders.
Okay.
And Kim can correct with me if I'm wrong, but I think it was actually charged to Platinum for office supplies.
Okay.
And I have to
Versus
do
the
an
official
adjustment.
records, and it should have been.
Yeah, I can do an adjustment.
Because we did just purchase.
Do you know how much it, like, is that it? Did you think you got enough for this year? And then, or it's hard to
For
tell?
20, and maybe Nicole can answer that, because she's the one that ordered that, I'm sorry.
Okay, it's
But
okay.
I do know we did just order that to get us, yeah.
Okay. I was just thinking if we cut it in half and,
It was fairly, one of them, I think, was
okay.
I mean, you can.
almost $400, $500, I can't remember for the books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't need books
We
again.
should need books
Yeah.
for a while, so I'm good with that.
Are we okay with cutting that in half? I mean, at the end of the day, we have to have it.
Which one
Just
goes
cut this
ahead?
If
official
something
records,
happens, I'll come back and explain to you guys.
official
say cut
records
it
in
in
half.
half.
Is that okay with everybody? 250?
Okay.
All right, warrants. But I don't know, looks like they spent more than that, than 24.
Yeah.
Copy
Working on
paper,
the social security.
I think she
totals.
moved that, you moved your copy paper to,
Yeah, we pay for all of our supplies and copy paper out of Blackbook.
okay. Then postage, looks pretty consistent. Travel, this is,
This is for, typically this is,
is it for your office employees or for you? Because you have your own and the,
If what?
this is for them, yes. And I mean, if I have to pay for me, but I don't have to, this is something you guys can, this is not something that's just for, but, mapping, we have to stay up on the mapping training. Tax sale, I don't go to tax sale because Kim and Nicole handle tax sale. Kelly goes to HR trainings. Yeah.
okay. And none of that can be paid out of your,
Everything out of the other one is just for me.
okay,
Elected
so
official.
nobody else could,
I don't believe so.
no, I mean, any of your other fund,
Flat book,
it couldn't, can we,
I could pay mapping out of there.
how many usually go to that, or, I mean,
Nicole,
is it half? Oh, it's,
just Nicole and Emily.
so 500 off that, or?
Mhm.
Okay.
You guys can do whatever you want, you're the bosses.
Okay, zero? No, I'm
No,
just
but you-
kidding, we want you to
I
be
just don't want you
trained.
to ask me, because I mean, you're not gonna be able to ask everybody else. You guys do what you feel.
Okay, is everybody okay with taking that down to 1,500? All right, equipment repair, looks like you're not gonna have anything break, copy machine. Which-
We actually pay for our copy machine, we pay for that out of Flatbook.
Okay,
So we try to pay everything that we can out of Flatbook as far as for,
subscription and dues, I guess you have no control over that?
No.
Computer software, nothing? Okay,
you wanna go through the totals, Kelly, so we can make sure we all match?
50,468, 268.
Hold on one second, I didn't have those changed yet, 68, 268?
37,400, 38,539, 0, 14,887, 21,796. Down to office supply, 0. 250, 500, 0. Postage, 1,400, 1,500, 0, 0, 816, 0 for computer software, total 235, 756.
Your big financial deputy total again, because I don't have that.
37,400.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. Okay. Is it okay if we move on? Are you,
Nope, you're good.
okay. Treasurer? Let's see. Okay, salaries, look like 2026 starting point.
I think that's all given. We don't have to address that to every one of them,
All
I
right.
think.
Office supplies are down, so official records are down, copy paper down. Postage increase. Or sorry, tax,
Tax mailing.
yeah, tax mailing, the postage increase there. And then postage, looks like it's down a little. Travel,
She's doing more
online stuff.
online.
Travel is up. I don't know, I think we should take it back.
You know, take it back 2025.
Yeah, I think so, but what does everybody else think?
Travel.
Trouble.
Take it to
Do I have any
1,000.
objections to take it back for travel, to take it back to 2025, $1,000?
Any difference in the current spend than what we have here?
As of there, let me see what she had expended as of today.
That's about halfway through.
Yeah, she just, I think a big thing that that she expended too is that she's got her county elected officials. Amanda, right now, she on the association, so she gets it paid for, but after that she won't, but she'll still have the county elected official thing.
Yeah.
So,
1,000.
I keep having to bounce screens, I'm sorry. I
That's
hate
okay.
not having two screens.
Brad wanted to check it just to see if we're still on pace for 1,000 for this year, and we can move on while she's checking that. So equipment repair, 250, and it looks like I spent nothing so far, but I mean, I guess
Can we just take that out?
As of today,
Halfway through the
she's
year.
spent, on travel, she spent $810.50, so she's got $189.50 left.
Okay.
So I think you're on
Okay.
track.
Okay.
Okay.
Does everybody want to take that down to 1,000
Yep.
travel?
Very good.
All right. Equipment repair, I don't know, hasn't spent any this year, but
Haven't
I don't remember.
spent anything 2024, 23, 25.
I
don't
think
know.
this is, might have been the one that she was talking about, or she got that copy machine from the, that little room,
Administrator.
whatever, yeah, the commissioner's room or whatever. Administrator, yeah, that's what it was. So that's just if we need it, but I think we should just take it out and then wait and see, or
We
leave
have
it
to do
in.
an
and
appropriation later.
If it breaks that.
If it breaks, then address it, yeah, okay, so we'll just remove that, 250.
You know, we have to remember, try to put it in our budget that, you know, they can do a transfer
Well, or transfer
or
within or something.
additional. Yes.
We're gonna have to tighten up here. 300 subscription and dues, 300, and she said they raised her dues again. She can't help, they can't help that. And then software's nothing, so. Kelly, are you ready for that one?
Yep, grand total, you want to do the top again?
I kinda like it.
Just make
You
sure.
started something, so.
Yeah, that's it.
46,725, 5460, 36,300, 0, 33,444, 93,28, 13,656, 0. Office supplies, 1,200, 100, 500. Tax statement, 12,500, 246, 1,000, 0, 0, 375, and then 0, for a grand total of 160,834.
I match.
What?
160,834.
The grand total, 160,834.
Oh. I
Oh, so
was
the-
looking, I was looking at the old
The
one.
bottom number.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Recorder. Well. I think. Something.
There's nothing there except salaries.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, the part-time, because it's, okay, gotcha.
We can, sorry,
Go ahead.
we took the starting point back to 2024.
Yep.
Second deputy, you don't have two full-time anymore. You have a full-time and a
Oh,
part-time,
okay,
That's right.
or just a part-time, so you can
okay.
adjust that.
So we're taking that to, the second deputy, the 25,758 then. Instead of the starting point.
25,758, Kelly.
Well, that's requested here. Let's see.
What would that be?
We're gonna have to do some figuring on that one. 'Cause that's for- We've got
She
one
gets
that's
24. Okay.
Is it 24, Tracy? 24 hours of what you're getting right now?
she gave you.
Okay, okay.
22,926.
22,926.
So that's gonna be changed, social
Thank you,
security.
Kelly.
To 81,105.
8105 for social security.
It's gonna change retirement too.
Does she want to take that one out? Does she get retirement and part-time?
Well, because we had two full-time in there, so it's gotta change retirement too.
$9,299.
9299.
For a total of,
123,355.
I got 103,355. Why is it not totaling right? 46.
123,355.
Yes. 46,725.
Mhm.
36,300.
Mhm.
0.
Mhm.
22,926.
22,926. Okay. 22,926. I didn't change.
8105. 9299.
223,355. I was missing a 2 in second deputy. I was only giving them 2,926. I don't think that would work.
Okay.
That's why we have check and balance.
The next one is sheriff,
Over here.
unless you want to skip that and do that, go back to that later. I mean, it says better.
Does
Okay,
plow through.
okay. So,
So elected official stays the same. There's nothing.
yeah, we don't, that's set by statute. Let's see. Yes. This one is a significant. This one had a significant increase. But
As they move from other funds
Yeah.
into this one. You need to look at the overtime. because it was moved from inmate housing. Up there at the top where you would normally look through
Your
those.
uniforms also.
But that was what they had for 25 for inmate health, for overtime. I can't see it. Or, well, I guess I could look on the inmate housing one, right?
Well, there is no inmate housing budget.
Well, there's not for this year, but do you have the history there? I need to look.
The 25
Yeah.
budget was 15,000.
Okay, so it's the same. What page is that?
62.
Okay. Page. So it's the same. I don't see that going down.
No, definitely.
Uniforms, same. Part-time, I probably need it
Mhm.
with the turnover. Holiday pay. This is one, you know how we pay, one of these deputies is for the courthouse person, right?
So here's
Can we-
the whole thing.
Take it
I
out
would-
and just start doing it
so-
from it.
Okay, so here's what would be the pretty thing, is if we would take one of these deputies out of general and pay it out of edit. But here's the whole thing, technically, it's not the same person all the time. So that's where
Muddled.
yeah, so that's where it's just a 75,000 reimbursement to general to offset these expenses.
Yeah.
So if we had the same person there all the time, you know, it would be
Yeah.
a different thing to where we'd say this is who is paid, but
Be a lot
basically it's
cleaner.
just. I don't really like it. We can pay a deputy out of there, it's just so you guys, out of the edit, to where
That's probably what
It's
we
in their
should do
plan
here.
for
Yeah.
75,000.
it's just necessarily that person might not be there all the time. So I think
Yeah.
that's why it's been done this way before, where it's just a credit, but,
Bookkeeping, it's harder for you to keep track that way,
It'll mess up
You
the
know,
history.
but if we, yeah,
It just seems cleaner if it was the other way, but I don't know.
we could do it. I mean, it's just basically where you'd say officer 17 is, you know, or whatever, officer 3, whatever, is paid out of this,
Yeah.
out of edit.
I don't know, I kind of like that idea if as long as it's understood.
You gotta
It doesn't
understand,
make it too complicated.
just so you get it too, that line item, it should zero out at the end of the year. You know, it's not always going to be like, you'll have your monthly credit in there, but that doesn't mean that those are always going to match up. So that line item, in a sense, might run negative for a short period of time. Not really, it shouldn't, because your edit dollars would be more.
Yeah, just at the end of the year, we'll have to look, we might transfer any remaining balance from that 75,000.
Over to general.
Okay,
And
so
do
you
it
think it'd
that
be
way
that way
instead
instead
of
of we owe, because we can't owe.
It's just not gonna be an exact match, because you know, you're bringing in 75,993,
Yeah, it's
your credit, and you know, it's not
total,
going to be.
like that's what.
So it's whether you're going to leave, like if it's only 6,500 or 65,000, so there's an extra 10,000. Are you gonna leave that extra 10,000 in
Transfer
edit, or are you gonna move it to general? So it's really no different. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's what you're saying.
What makes it cleaner for you?
It doesn't matter. I mean, this is fine.
I mean, but I guess my issue is.
You basically
we're looking
just have to
cut it, and so
understand.
We
Basically,
know
what
we're
you
gonna
need
get a
to,
reimbursement, but this still doesn't help the general.
it doesn't, right, as
And
far
so
as
it's-
budget
it
wise,
doesn't-
it would take 75, you could,
You
In a
have it, but
sense.
you're gonna do it after the fact, and so
Right.
it's not helping you.
it's not decreasing your budget thing.
Is
You're
that, am I
exactly
thinking
right.
about it wrong?
No, you're looking at it right. You're exactly looking at it right, because it's not helping us at budget time, because
Where you
that
have to
70,
cut in the general.
because these expenditures for that officer are at an expense to the general
That's right,
instead of edit.
not looking ahead for the reimbursement.
Mhm.
It's just, What do you
Um,
guys think?
what if you guys did this?
Confused
What if you
now.
guys did this?
Okay.
You know, with
We're
edit,
paying it out of general. Okay, but we have the money sitting over in edit. But if we reduce the general down and just pay it out of the edit, the 75,000 or whatever, instead of
what if you
paying it
moved
out of
your,
here and then getting a reimbursement later, it doesn't help the budget here. I mean, it
It's
feels like
Doesn't help
it's,
our
it feels like it's
bottom line.
75,000
in one
in
deputy
here that really shouldn't be when we can pay it out of this other bucket over
or
here,
part-time?
instead of paying it out of here and then at the end of the year getting a
Or
reimbursement.
if you pay the overtime in one deputy, so 51,700, I don't,
Is that right, David?
I don't wanna use that.
That's what it feels like.
51,700 plus 15,000.
Or something wrong with that. Tell me if
No.
that's
Well, you
wrong.
have
I
social
wanna know.
security too, 51,700. Maybe we can at least
I mean,
pay the
we're
holiday
not
pay.
cutting them. I mean, they're still there.
Yeah.
It's just,
And then you said part-time.
It's all part of your levy fund.
750.
and it would help reduce.
Okay, and then what, we gotta do social security and retirement for that
Not
too.
edit.
So,
I mean, all of that stuff is gonna come, yeah. all
If you
that
paid
stuff's
out of the
gonna
edit,
come.
is that
That's
part of your
why it's
levy
not
fund?
transferred throughout the pay period.
No, it's a general.
It's not.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it
So
would
what-
help offset.
it's gonna
this.
cut off the 2.2 that you gotta
Right.
cut out
Yeah,
of
so that
general.
would help. the
So
levy.
my whole thought, and Kelly, we're gonna talk this through as we're doing it, because we haven't
Unless
done the
there's
exact
something
figure. But what if you paid one deputy
It just,
and your part-time? Like, because if you don't move 75,000 to edit, then it's not,
it just sits there.
it just, yeah, it's just there. So I'm saying if you cut one deputy and
Not
move
cut.
one, not cut, I said that wrong, move one deputy, sorry, I said that wrong.
Let's go
Move-
start it.
Move one deputy from general to edit and maybe your part-time to edit, to eat up that
One
75,000.
part-time and one,
Well, you've got 7,500 register, then you'd be able to see, go ahead.
No, the only scenario, I'm being a devil's advocate here.
No, I wanna know.
You say you assign Bob Smith deputy number 11,
Mhm.
okay, and then he decides he's gonna go work at Holiday World or something.
Right.
How do you,
Well, we don't have the same person out there all the time. It's basically just gonna say that
the money's still
the
there.
money, yeah, the
is
money's
that gonna be
just
hard
money.
for you? Is the
Yeah, we're
question.
going, yeah,
No,
we're
because
going
if
by
that person
dollars, so.
leaves, you just
Whoever
put that new
replaces them.
person right
Yeah.
in that slot.
Okay, that's fine. I just
I think
didn't
what
know
we
if that would
need
be,
We'll
And
just,
that's
in
what I was
payroll,
looking at,
we'll just
11th
pay that
deputy.
line item. out of-
Assign that to edit.
What we got as line item. In payroll world, we're just looking at that line item, we're just paying that line item out of edit instead of out of general. And then I
Yeah.
would move
And
your part-time expense there too.
Yeah, I think so.
So which one are you thinking? Which one are you, I mean, I guess one of these
11th,
51, 700.
Yeah, just whichever one. Maybe,
That or pay
11th
the
deputy.
chief deputy.
or pay the chief deputy.
Assign the 11th deputy,
I guess there's
that
enough there for the
assign the
part-time also.
part-time,
I think with the
To
chief
edit.
deputy, let's figure out chief deputy at 57,200,
Of course, you gotta add social security
social
and
security and retirement, so let's figure the social security and retirement on that.
I mean, I don't think the edit plan says who it has to be. It just says a courthouse security officer. I have it. Hold on.
yeah,
You can jot it down.
I actually-
we're just doing dollars, we're not doing person, you know.
I know, but I wanna make sure, because
Yeah.
last year there was a little issue.
4376.
I just wanna check it. Maybe it's in the random stuff.
Oh, that's gonna take some time to figure the holiday pay. Let us figure that
Okay.
out. You guys go ahead and
Okay.
move on. So we're looking to pay, we're gonna figure out for you guys how much paying the chief deputy out of edit. Cause that's the higher, to eat up to 75,000. And we'll get that and then we'll see what we have left.
But if we do that, we're not doing part-time or two, right?
We're gonna see how much we have left to see if we have that.
Okay, so we'll just let you guys
Okay.
do that and then, okay, let's see.
I'll let you do
Let's
that.
go down to office supplies, I guess. Looks like they use
Same as last year. you know.
Yep.
Uh,
tires, fuel and oil. That'll be about the same.
I think that's reasonable
Postage,
budget.
Yeah, and the same thing about the tires was
Yeah.
said by the highway department, how much
Yeah.
more expensive tires
Yeah.
were, so.
We moved to the next one, training, travel, education, 4,000.
What'd you do for janitorial maintenance supply?
Where's that at?
The 10,000.
Didn't see
Yeah,
it,
you
sorry.
skipped right over that.
10,000, moved from,
It was paid out. YT.
Yeah, we had to, remember we had to cut or, shave some, that's what we're
133,000.
off of, the lidded expense to bring that down, so they moved that to general.
I wish we had like an idea of, commissary. What's planned for and what's not, but. I mean, they have to have janitorial supplies. We know that, but just didn't know if maybe that could come out
No
of
supplies
commissary.
come out of it, 111.
I mean, we have to,
we're at
we have to pay it.
Yeah,
Okay, training, travel, education, 4,000.
Telecom 0, I know this is not normal.
Internet, 3,000, what?
Normal,
What was it?
see if we can do it normal, see if we can get closer to the 75 and 993.
Does anybody have a note on that internet?
You know, the internet expense for the sheriff,
I can look that up. 324.
I mean, it was
It was
$0
zero.
budgeted and used for this year, but 3,000 requests for next year.
I forgot if we moved it.
I didn't have a note, but
Okay, let me go to my financial. Well, nothing's been expended, I mean, he would have had to come for an additional appropriation. I
But
don't
in
recall.
24, he expended 3380 for internet.
it might be one of those things just moved from commissary or something, I don't
I'm
know.
asking. Okay. That's asked.
You did? Okay.
I'm gonna get my edit.
Liability insurance, 0. Vehicle maintenance from 6,000 to 16,000.
That was my question originally.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Justify that. I think that was a comment on the age of the fleet, okay?
Mhm.
And the increasing cost of maintaining them looks like an exaggeration to me.
Yeah, I think we can cut that back.
you want to cut it to 10,
Pardon me?
10? Or was you thinking more?
I think an increase is appropriate from what they've spent,
Mhm.
but 16,000 is, yeah, it's a bit much, so I'm
There it is.
10 or 9.
Okay. Which one do you think?
9.
9? Cut that back to 9.
Which one did we put back, sorry?
Vehicle maintenance.
Vehicle maintenance.
Okay. Lisa, thank you.
Is everybody okay with that? Any objections? I guess I should
That's
say.
fine.
That's just easier to ask.
That's
Everybody
fine.
okay.
What do you do with the internet?
Internet? She's asking.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Radio, I mean, it says they've spent 0 for radio repair maintenance, I don't know. And the year before that was only 500, so.
I know, but there's a big communication change at dispatch and.
Okay.
This is our grant.
That's true.
75,
and The fire department too is having to go through this, so there'll be
Okay.
a big expense associated with it.
Subscription and dues. They've already spent 1,000 this year, and they want 1,000, so it seems like it's probably right.
Did you go radio repair, did you keep that as,
Huh?
did you, I'm sorry, radio?
Yeah.
1,000?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Body cameras, moved from inmate housing.
Body cameras, I mean,
Why don't we just?
I know, but is there a software cost associated with this, or are we talking about
And then if they need
replacement of
more,
body
we have to-
cameras, or,
Is that what we're doing?
and once we bought the cameras and the hardware, would we be paying for it again? Or how much could we save, or is it a software maintenance program that we're doing?
Completely.
Can you ask them that too, Lisa?
Yes, and he responded that the internet's been being paid out of commissary and the county should pay that.
So he's been paying it out of commissary, and that's why it just landed over here?
All of a sudden, he, I mean, we haven't spent any money the last 3 or 4 years.
Because he's paying it out of commissary, he
Yeah.
wants you to pay it out of this.
Well,
But
I
I'd like
think
to,
you
like to
tried to
continue
take it
it
out.
probably.
I think we zero that out and let him take it out of the
Twenty-four,
commissary.
they spent $8,800.
Huh?
In 24, they spent $8,800 on body cameras.
Oh, okay.
But like I say, come out of inmate house.
What do you think about the internet? Does anyone have any objections on the internet? Here's what they were saying, Gail. She asked about the internet, why it was zero last year and it went to 3,000, and he said he was paying it out of commissary, but he wants it paid out of here now, but.
What's that?
That's right, Lisa, right? Okay, I just wanna make sure. What does everybody think about that? Take it back out of commissary or?
Let's see if they can.
If we can, I say yes.
Okay, so take it to zero right there
Mhm.
and ask that it be taken out of commissary.
Continue it,
Okay,
continue to be taken out of commissary.
okay.
We've already got that in, yeah.
You've got it.
You got that, Lisa?
Yeah.
Part-time, okay.
Thank you, dear.
All right, Kelly's got some totals for you.
Oh, okay.
You wanna, hold up, wait, you guys.
Can we just finish this
Yeah,
little section
absolutely.
here? Sorry,
Okay.
because I'll be like
Okay.
squirrel. if we don't. Okay.
We would body cameras.
Now, the
I haven't
body
heard on the
camera
body
thing,
cameras yet.
Huh? What'd you say?
I have not heard back on the body
Okay.
cameras.
And then lease payment, police per, this 240,000, I mean, I think okay, I'm just gonna speak for myself. I understand we need to get started on a vehicle lease or purchase, and I think Brad has done some homework on that, and he's got something worked out to present to us and talk to the commissioners about whether it's a lease versus a buy and what it looks like. Brad, do you have some information?
just, I haven't done an Excel spreadsheet forever, so pardon me, I just did it out on
Okay.
paper, okay? From talking to the sheriff's department, they put about 20,000 miles on each vehicle that they have. It's their rough estimate for their figuring, okay? And when I talked to them, it was in May when I first got on, they gave me the mileage associated with the vehicles that they had, okay? And Kelly and Randy both talked about a rotation schedule, so I just wrote one down here that would essentially start a program where we could replace the vehicles on a regular basis. So every year, we would like to get to a point where we could replace something like 2 vehicles a year. And the idea is to try to keep the mileage on these vehicles somewhere around 100,000 to 120,000 miles. And again, just understand police vehicles, and this is a point that the sheriff made, police vehicles sit around idle a lot. So that engine is running the same way as if you were running down the road, but the mileage is not showing up on the odometer. So you have a lot of stationary wear and tear on the vehicle. So 100 to 120,000 on a police vehicle is closer to 200 on a passenger car, plus their rougher miles and things like that. But if you go and essentially do a thing where you start off with, and I started off with 4 because we've got several vehicles that are well above the 120,000
Proposed.
hopeful, that, you know,
Including
moon
the
and
pool
stars.
cars.
Right. Yeah, pardon me?
Including the pool cars.
Yes, exactly. So if you start off 1 year doing something like 4 cars, okay, and that's a bite, okay, a big bite. I realize that may not be achievable, but and then add 20,000 to the mileage on every vehicle each year and move forward. Essentially, if you did that, next year we could add 3 and then 3, and then we could get into a rotation. After we did those 3 years, then we could do a rotation so that we go 5 years replacing 2 cars, and then the 6th year we'd have to replace 3 based on the number of vehicles that they have, and we would have this 2 vehicle, 2 vehicle, 2 vehicle, 2 vehicle, 2 vehicle, and then 3 vehicle replacement schedule so that we don't have this huge bunch of vehicles. And that would maintain the mileage of the vehicles going out, and I took it out to 2038, at around 2035 to 2038, we might actually be able to get by with replacing 1 vehicle a year because we kind of catch up, okay? So again, it just justifies the idea of doing a rotation. Now, we could do it a little bit slower and not do 4, but it'll take us longer to achieve the mileage that Alan and Eric recommended on the vehicles. Their concern was safety for the public, safety for the officer, safety for the arresting, the person who is arrested at that mileage, and also some consideration for resale value, okay? Again, this is what this illustration says. I'm not saying that that's what we should do. I'm just saying that if we started on a rotation like that, then we could achieve that very, very quickly. Again, the 2 vehicle rotation would occur in 29. Again, we got the possibility of change of administration before then, different people in this office who may not stick with this program. That point's been brought up to me. But if we could just budget every single year to replace 2 of the sheriff's vehicles, then we would serve the safety of the public and the safety of the officers.
I like that. I think we need a plan like that. It's you know, I don't think, and I want to just be clear with this, that I've never been opposed to replacing vehicles. It was just replacing 8 or 10 at once. We just can't afford that. And once we do that, then you're going to have to do that again, all at once.
It's a
And
poor
so
year to do a
it
big
is-
bite of 4 vehicles, but
But we may have some other areas outside of the budget that we can look at for potential funding to get that started. Because I think, are we all in agreement that we need to get this started?
Absolutely.
And,
What is this 244? How many vehicles?
that was based on leases of a
Yeah.
bunch of
Yeah.
vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay, and
but,
I think the price of a new vehicle is as, well, in the past, okay, because we can't depend on increased prices coming up next year, but the references that they gave us was a starting price around $60,000 for the vehicle, and then at least $10,000 to fit it, okay? With the cage and all the console restrictions and all this other stuff, some of which could be transferred, but the problem that was brought to my attention is that when they change a model year, okay, and at like GM changes, or Chevrolet, GM, whatever they're called this week, whenever they change their model year, then that changes the shape of the inside. So the cages that fit on a 1995 vehicle won't fit on a 2010 vehicle, and then they may not fit on a 2025 vehicle. You know, there's not necessarily, you can't necessarily utilize the equipment and just transfer it from a car to another car. So we've got to add at least $10,000 to a purchase price of a vehicle. So again, you take the 60,000, so 70,000, you take the 200, take that,
It's
so
280.
70,000 times 4 is 280,000, okay?
But that's an actual purchase as opposed to leasing.
Yeah.
That's an actual purchase where we own the vehicle and we don't get a huge fee associated with a lease. And
That should be-
and you're not tied down to mileage requirements, and you can't go over so many miles or you're paying 50
Yes.
cents a mile. It's crazy.
Where were you thinking about purchases outside of the budget?
I think we have options. I mean, we have opioid unrestricted, we have, I had a couple ideas wrote down, but I didn't bring them. I mean, that's not gonna get it, but that, you know, if you're,
Right, yeah.
purchase it outright, but it would help, but
Yeah,
I'm just wondering if we don't need to cut this down some and then keep some in here to help assist with that, getting that going. And then talk to the commissioners about, you know, after this budget session, lease versus buy, because I guess if we're gonna lease, that would have to be their contract.
so we cut this down to maybe like 2 and try to find 2 somewhere else.
Oh, I don't think we need 400.
We don't.
Do you think we do?
wait, 2 vehicles or, you're talking about 2 vehicles?
I'm
He
talking
needs
about 2
200,000.
vehicles.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant 200,000. I was like, oh God,
No,
I don't think we
I'm
need
talking about
200,000
2,
here.
I'm talking about 2 vehicles.
Oh, yeah,
So we're talking about in that
2
general
or
range,
3, or, I mean, 2
rough.
to 4.
160,000 at that point in time. Right?
Yeah, but I still think if we can look closer to, if we can look at our funds and see what we can do to start with 4, I like that rotation that you put together.
Mhm.
And again, I know you were talking about, when the model changes from, let's say, maybe these are 2015 or 16s or I don't care if it's 2020 to 2025, they could change in that short amount of time.
Mhm.
Or if they change the Chevys, it's, or
Chevy.
Dodge or whatever, I mean, that's an automatic.
I think they had implied that the models were going to change. The model
Anyway,
shape was
yeah,
gonna change
they did.
immediately, as in
Yeah.
the next.
And I know that they had said, I fully understand that they had said, there were some 2024s, but we're going into 26. I don't necessarily wanna, I don't know, they were like the lowest of the low base model, and not that that's bad, but I just think if we're gonna buy new vehicles, we need to get the new ones, and maybe, like you said, I don't know,
Well, if you lease vehicles,
they were talking about Chevys too, so I don't
you
know.
put that 10,000 into a lease vehicle, and then when you got to turn it in, you lost that 10,000. So if you buy one, then
No, I think.
And some of ours
still.
can turn into pool cars and be at the back, some of those ones with 120,000 mile. I mean, just depend on where that rotation lands. I mean, I think your idea there is to replace the highest mileage first and then let them figure out who that person is or who gets that vehicle or whatever, but is that what the idea is?
Well, again, achieving the mileage thing, there's 4 vehicles that, if we had 20,000 miles to it, then we're gonna be in the 150 to 170 mile.
Are a couple of those pool cars? Because I think,
Don't know,
Okay,
they were described to me by model
I
year
guess it
and
doesn't
mileage.
matter. At the end of the day, they need them when
Mhm.
something happens, so.
Mhm. So,
So what do we want to do with this 240? If you're thinking 70 for a vehicle.
it'd be 2 vehicles. Is that what?
Leave 140 in here and then try to do the other 140 somewhere else. We can start.
I would love to do more, but
Yeah.
again, given the restrictions of the monies that we
Yeah.
have,
Later
And I
on,
think a 4 is a good start. I mean,
but,
if we can do the 2 here and then look for the 2 outside of it,
oh, gotcha, I
I
got
think I like your rotation.
you, okay.
I think that plan's been needed for a lot of years, and you're exactly right. Somebody else sits in these seats, they can do something totally different, but we're here now and we have to try to create a plan. So,
because we've never had a plan before.
Yeah,
Set-
absolutely, and it's
Yeah.
necessary, I
Okay.
think. Okay, so we'll just cut this down to 140. Is everybody okay with that?
Mhm. With the intention of trying to find a source for another 140.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep, for 2 more outside of this budget. Okay, and equipment. Looks like 1,000 was already spent this year.
Body cameras.
Oh.
Alan says that that's to retain the body cameras and for the software.
I wondered, okay.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
Where was it paid out of last year?
Inmate housing.
I
I think it's gonna be, they haven't been expended yet according to the sheet.
Okay, so we have to have that. I mean, they have to have it.
Yeah.
And it was 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, so what do we have here?
What do we do with the janitorial maintenance supplies? They're just out of lit.
I mean, they have to have it.
Mhm.
So, I don't,
Is it increased?
although I feel like it's weird out of county sheriff, but.
And you could move it to jail though. I mean, I don't know, janitorial maintenance, is it for the jail or for the sheriff's office or what's
Yeah.
it for? Because
And what was it before? And that's
it
another
was
question.
10,000 out of inmate housing.
And they paid,
No, at lit, sorry, it was out of lit.
okay,
It was in that overage.
Yeah.
It's actually for jail,
I know, that's why I think it's weird here,
but
but I guess it just seems, this seems like employees and others, maybe they need toilet paper, I don't know. No, maybe not $10,000 worth. I think it's probably for jail. Some of this, maybe the sheriff's office, and then,
okay.
okay, but at the end of the day. What do we got?
Lisa, you wanna go down and since Kelly and I were working?
Well, yeah, I don't know what you end up doing with that sheriff deputy, or you may just,
Thanks for your work on that, Brad. Yeah.
you just let me know.
Put that
Well,
together.
do we want, I guess we're talking about that first.
Appreciate it. I know it took a while.
Okay, so for the sheriff courthouse security, we had 75,833.45. Kelly and I figured out, and for the chief deputy position and the part-time, that would be 71,806. For a road officer, and the part-time, it would be 65,590.
For the,
That's the expense.
like one of the 11th deputy or something.
So whichever one, whatever you want to remove and for us to pay out of edit, you know,
It's doable either way.
just to avoid that.
And it doesn't tie that chief deputy there.
No, it's
necessarily.
just,
It's
it's just
okay.
in
I just want to make
payroll,
sure
they're
we're not
funded
not
in there.
saying you got to sit
No,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
Just talking dollars.
I know, I just want to be clear.
Yeah,
That's not our intention.
yeah.
I think that's important to be clear.
I would say the first deputy, the 71,
Okay.
806.
So we're at
I
zero.
don't know what anybody else thinks, but that's closest to 75.
Agree with you, Stan.
Mhm.
Is that what you want us to do on this?
Does anybody have any objections to that?
No.
I don't.
Just use it as monies.
Well, what it'll be is it'll take out the money here for the first chief deputy. It'll cover that and then the part-time, right?
Plus,
And then we'll take those
And
two
we'll
out of
change
here
those
and then we'll
to
just pay them
yeah.
out of, we'll just pay them out of.
Yeah,
the
we're gonna have
edit.
to update,
You will need a sheet for that, okay, because you don't have that in here that,
what? Edit,
yeah, you're missing a couple, building maintenance and the other one, but
we don't typically budget those. You just do
I know,
additional
but-
appropriations as they spend. I mean, I've got them on your spreadsheet
I know,
as revenue there.
but I like
So
to
if those
just-
are ones you wanna budget, we can budget.
I just would like to say, yes, that we agree, or we don't really have a choice.
Right.
They can spend it if they want to, so, but I think if we're doing some of them, we need to do all of them in the edit. Even if it's just a yes, we approve that you can use that for building maintenance or whatever.
Give us newbies an appreciation for,
Huh?
give us newbies an appreciation for what all goes on, because we may not
Yeah,
hear
it
about
just
it.
gives you the whole,
Mhm.
I don't know.
You want me to print you out a blank paper? Is that what you want me to print you out?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that says that with the estimated
With zeros
revenue.
on there and the big black or the big yellow
Yeah.
block of that. Okay,
Yeah.
I could do that.
Because last year, look what happened though, really.
Amen, sister.
I mean, seriously, it was like, oh, well, we got this money because there was a couple categories missing and it didn't work out so good.
so that
Well, we
4,000,
don't.
It's just a visual, right? I mean,
that 4,000 remaining in there, then you would just,
transfer.
Well, we're just kind of giving you guys some room too, as far as what you guys, where we don't pull it so thin.
I know it messes up the history a little bit, but
Because just so you guys remember,
it seems
you
like
know,
it'd be easier.
you're going through and changing things. So we want to give you a little bit of room in case you have the social security. bill.
Hey, you're the numbers, so we're listening to you.
I know, but I don't want to, do you see what I'm saying? I want to give us 3 more days where if you
Yeah.
guys have decided, because I'm sure there's a lot of employees right now that are going like this.
Mhm. And we're trying to get there, is what we're
Yeah.
trying to do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So we don't want to expend it so much, so that's, okay.
So we'll go down the first,
And then
make sure
Lisa,
I'm correct with your numbers.
and Lisa can kind of chime in where we weren't there.
Okay.
Okay.
So elected official, 91757, 450. First chief deputy goes to 0. Police officer, 53,350. 0, 53,350. 15,000, 51,700, 51,700, 51,700. Uniforms, 93,50.
Hold on a minute. 93.50, okay.
Social Security, 48,966. Part-time, 0. Holiday goes down to 28,018. 51,700, 51,700, 51,700, 51,700, 51,700, 0.
Yeah.
Okay, office supplies, 1150, official record 0, tires, 6,000, janitorial maintenance, 10,000, fuel and oil, 59,000, postage, 550, travel, training, travel, education, 4,000, then telephone 0, internet 0, liability insurance 0, vehicle maintenance, 9,000, radio repair maintenance, 1,000, subscription and dues, 1,000. Body cameras, 10,000, lease payment, police car, 140,000, equipment,
What is it?
I'm sorry,
Here, you're good, sorry.
equipment, 1,000.
I got a grand total of, I've got 956,541. 956,541.
541,
541. Ooh, made it through sheriff.
With a plan.
Now, I do want to say something about this, because talking about, the deputies' pay and things like that, I did reach out to another department and ask for how they structure theirs and some ideas on just the base pay versus where you're at in your years and just how they do it, what you max out at. And I plan to do that for a couple other ones, just to see what their ideas are. And I do think that we need to look at whoever, I guess there's gonna be a new sheriff. So whatever their idea might be with restructuring this pay and what that looks like. So
As far as what are you talking about?
for
Like
the deputies,
for longevity or? what are you
for,
talking about?
just for the deputies, just their pay in general, like what the base is and where they're at and their years of service and,
I think it's
how this
important for
works.
us to do that for all positions,
well,
not just sheriffs.
I think there's a higher priority in the sheriff's
Yeah.
department.
I do too.
Because these guys have been through a traumatic experience out on 64 that is completely unique to the job that they do. And I've seen members of this organization come to tears over the pressure that they feel that the body cameras and the immigration crap that's going on right now, these guys need our support. And it's not just, again, financial support is not going to change the pressure, but they need to know that they're being compensated reasonably here in Perry County compared to even Tell City, okay? And I think that they have a bit of a priority over the courthouse. I said it, and I'm probably going to get a lot of arrows for it, but
I don't disagree. Okay. Next one is coroner. Did you have something a while ago that you said you had some numbers for us? Was that something else or?
We had the numbers for the courthouse security.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't miss something else that we had went past. So keep me on track, Kelly.
Nope, that's all I said.
Okay. So county coroner, take everything, let's see, well, looks like we'll just move down to office supplies, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, $17, I don't know. Year before was a lot, I think that might have been body bags. There was a year that there was a lot of body bags. I don't know if they count that as office supplies.
No,
That's down below.
that's the other one down
What
there.
was that? What was
Cadaver.
that, 1,400 though? That's a lot.
Computer or.
Oh, it might have been,
I think it
okay,
was.
yeah, you're right. That's what it was. You have a great memory. Fuel and oil, 800. I mean, these 2025 expends are really low, but I don't know, like I said, I don't know what to think about that, because if you only spent $17 and 158 so far halfway through the year in fuel and oil, I feel like you could cut that back. I mean, because there's actually been a lot of runs this year.
You wanna cut
So,
that to
I
five
think we
hundred?
can. Or even,
You wanna cut that to 500, which is 2024?
yeah, that's fine. I mean, does anybody have any objections to cutting that fuel and oil down to 500? Looks like in 24 they spent close to 500. I don't know. What do you guys think?
We still got a few months left, so.
They spent 158 through June.
Yeah. 500.
Okay, 500, all right. And digital camera, sample collection, cadaver bag, that's, oh yeah, that's where it was, David. Can you check that?
Which one?
Cadaver bags and just.
How much?
Yeah, I mean, it says 95.
But he had indicated that at the end of, was it the end of last year, end of 24, maybe, he had some extra and bought a bunch up
Yeah,
because they were,
well, it looks like it. It was 1,540, so I don't know. Maybe that's what's getting through this year, and then
Mhm.
I'll need that 750 next year.
I don't
you think?
I think it's been depleted.
Okay,
Yeah, those extras have been depleted.
okay. Decon, airborne. I mean, I don't disagree, he probably needs that stuff. The decon equipment, gloves, airborne masks. Uniform allowance.
Cadaver bags, they've spent 445 today.
Pretty close, yeah.
I don't know, uniforms, is that something we need every year? I don't know. I mean, the shirts
You
or,
wanna cut that 300? That's
is
what they
anybody
usually-
objectionable to Stan's idea to cut that down to 300?
No.
If not, we'll cut it.
If they need it, you know, we're gonna
Yeah.
find
Cleaning,
somehow or other.
sanitation, I'm sure they need that. Lab and x-rays, that's not really, I mean, that's, you never know, I guess. I don't know.
A similar number to the past.
Yeah. Autopsy fees, this is the one where I don't think that's enough, but we can't increase it.
You've
Or
been
if we decrease, we can,
within the general, so I mean, I think
okay,
we just can't go over our advertised for the general fund and whole.
total, not just for this, okay. I mean, what do you guys think about that? I think it's not,
I've wondered why it was so low, given the current expense.
I think he's trying to lower this and put in salaries while he's doing.
yeah, but it's not realistic
I
for
know.
here.
You know,
He's already spent 26,000 this year.
I got 19,000. We spent 19,715.
There's been some additional
Yeah, I
stuff.
think he had some additional.
Oh, is that okay?
Can you see?
What do you need?
What, will it show you with
Autopsy.
additionals, autopsy so far? I mean, I think you're right. I think whenever we were talking, you said it's more like on average 30,000, which,
Well, I'd like to see the number lower. We gotta be realistic.
I know, I agree.
I think that should be about 25.
I'm thinking 30.
Yeah, 30 is the
Yeah,
average.
yeah, I had 30 at once.
What was
but,
the original appropriation for 2025? For
Um,
autopsies?
38,
38?
oh, total expend for 25, 38, 20,
38,000 is the budget.
Oh, I don't
Total
total
budget, yeah.
autopsy. Oh. Okay, hold on. Original was 23,000. So we did 23 and appropriated. Now we've done 38. So 38 minus 23.
oh. I think when Brad did the average, it was like 30,000. If we want to be realistic, that's really, I think
They've
what we need.
Yeah, yeah.
So do we just
He
increase
says,
that?
had 14 autopsies through when he presented to us.
I hope it's less. I mean, it's one of those things that you don't know, but I mean, it doesn't seem to be going down.
So 30 to be more realistic and what we've got.
Do you want to change it to 30? I
Yep.
mean, I hate to increase, but
We We need realism.
We do. Okay. Travel's down. Postage is the same, travel's down. Travel, training, and education. Vehicle maintenance, I don't know, I know it's fairly new, but I mean, it'll probably eventually need tires.
Oil change. and all
Yeah.
that. I'm sure
And
it's
it's
fine.
a big
Yeah.
vehicle, so probably realistically, we should leave that.
Mhm.
Because I think that was one
Yeah.
during COVID, and we're getting, 5-6 years in here. So, cooler maintenance,
That's reasonable.
subscription and dues, I don't think. What is that? Have they spent that subscription and dues? They have $1,000 worth of dues too?
It looks like they haven't paid anything yet,
I
but they
know.
probably will.
Yeah. I know it is, theirs as high as like,
They're
Mine's only like
13
800.
and 800 in 23 and 24.
okay, and then the next is equipment zero, so. You ready?
Pretty sure I'll do that. 7381, 4205, 0, 4205, 6006, 4205, 4205, 2311, 0, 300, 500, 50, 50, 750, 50, 50, 300, 200, 1,500, 30,000, 0, 100, 600, 600, 300, 200, 1,000, 0, total of 69,068. That's what I got.
Not in the right direction.
But it's a
I know, which is what we really need.
More realistic.
I mean, I get what he's saying. It's one of those things you don't know, but if we do go by the averages and the trends, we need to continue that.
We know we have to, you give it to us, so we make additionals during the year. We have to, but,
Okay, the next one is page 9, the assessor. We've got. Where do we start? I guess down at office supplies, 800. Postage 0. Travel.
So we're sticking with 800 for office supplies.
What?
I'm sorry.
I think so. I don't know. What do you guys think? It looks like, well, it was 350. They spent,
yeah,
But they're coming to us to ask for additional.
Hmm.
And the amount, was it 1,000?
1,000.
2,000.
2,000? Yeah, I don't,
yeah,
I mean, I don't,
I wouldn't cut that.
not cutting, but
No.
yeah, so. Just go with her figures.
I think so.
Okay.
But I mean, if anybody else has any idea. Travel, so. The same as, I know they have those, certain certifications they have to do for assessing properties.
Yeah,
So,
they've got to
Yeah.
reach certain levels that,
right. Those pesky subscription and dues. I know, they can't help it. I don't know, I don't see anything.
the only thing I see is the office supplies and,
Yeah, she's got
Drop
Office
that to
supplies and-
500.
On page 31 too, so does she need both?
Let me see.
Do you need both of those, Mindy? From general and, reassessment?
Mandy's here.
Should be here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
While we're talking
Do
about,
you need, office supplies from general and this one both?
Right, and last year that was only $300.
Mhm.
And then to balance, we moved this to 0.
Mhm.
And then that was the appropriation that in August that I was asking to put that back because I only had 300 here.
Mhm.
But because I had to transfer, I had 500 in postage, so I had to transfer that up to that 800. Or to that to get the 800 until I could get stuff situated in property reassessment.
So do you need the 800 in,
I think
in
we're,
general? Do you need the 800?
So you
in
need
general?
both? You do need both.
Yeah.
2,800 worth of
2,800.
Yeah.
office supplies.
And 0 postage anywhere?
And I have a bunch of postage, so that's why I zeroed it out, because I don't really need it right now. So I needed this more than I needed that. sitting
but
there.
for 26, I think what they're asking, is there any room? Do you need the 2,000 in
800,
reassessment and 800 in?
2,800 in
General.
office supplies.
If I can keep the 2,000 in reassessment, we could move the general back to 300,
Okay,
if that works for everybody.
that works.
So we're gonna do,
Yep.
thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
The only other thing I was thinking is if we could take one of the employees' salaries out of reassessment.
The only thing I worry about is because my cash balance was too low last year, and
In
that's
reassessment,
in the reassessment. So
but we're not gonna have that X off.
we're not having X off, which frees up 35,000, but we were still under that 30%.
Well, can we see, because I mean, that would help if we could take one of these.
I mean, we're used to having that 35,000 expense out of reassessment, but I'm hoping that we would be able to, with not having that, build up the reserve, because we don't have the reserve in there, but, I mean, it is what it is. We're looking at right now, we've got to cut $2.2 million from the general, so.
It's still not like,
2026.
it's eaten into the
Yeah,
cash, it's just
26
not
might
building a
not be,
reserve.
yeah.
So if we could move one of them, which, I mean,
If you want to move,
it looks like,
can we move the second deputy? If we're gonna move one, let's move the second deputy.
Does that make sense? Because you're gonna have to do social security, you're gonna have the 33,444 plus social security and retirement.
Right.
So it's gonna be over the 35, but
could we move two of them and then, you guys do the residential, all the residential, and then we just contract out the industrial and commercial? Your office?
They review a quarter of the county. All we do right now is pick up new construction. So that would be two people out in the field all the time. So that would leave one person in the office. And I don't know that would be advantageous.
I just think if we could do the residential and maybe cut down that, and cut down that, I guess this 100,000 like the contract, right?
No, that's not the contract. I guesstimated that because
But that's what you're guessing.
before that was 83,
Right, right, but I mean,
736.
I'm just saying, like, if we cut that down 50 or whatever, one of these other salaries, cut that down and then just have them only do certain parts and then your office work on the other parts so that we could,
I
I
don't
would like
have
to
the
do
staff to do that. I don't have the staff to do that. And I don't have, I mean, we share the one vehicle with everybody else. So I would need at least another full-time person and a vehicle designated that's just ours to be able to do that.
so they would be out every single day.
They would To review a quarter of the county, yeah, they would have to be.
The whole year? I mean, they would,
Most of it. Most of it. And that's not including new construction
did you get
and
bids in?
permits.
Did you get your bids in for this?
We're opening them tonight.
Okay. Did you get multiple bids?
I only have one bid. I only have one bid.
Is it Tyler Technology?
Mhm.
I'm not very satisfied with them.
I am.
Personally,
I'm
because
very
they're not
satisfied
very
with them.
responsive to questions. They don't think that they have to answer any questions to the council. I've called multiple times asking for information, and I'm just,
Tori will be at the meeting tonight, but I'm very pleased with them, and I've had them since 2004. I'm absolutely very pleased with them.
I would like to move 2 and cut that down half, but I don't know what everybody else thinks about it.
I don't know. I'm real hesitant. I mean,
Okay, so
I'm going by, we gotta rely on our people, and Mindy's saying it would really hurt the office. And I don't see the trade-off that she's described coming out ahead if that's what it's gonna take. Anybody else have a comment?
we can move the 1 over. You said the second deputy?
Second,
Is that what
the
you,
reassessment. and-
Yep.
Yeah. So you leave the rest of it alone.
we can revisit it if we need to.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move, is everybody okay with moving the second deputy over there to the reassessment?
Yes.
Yup.
So that's gonna change Social Security. Anything else anybody has on this?
So then Mindy, sorry,
The change, take the level.
that's level 2 goes to half, right? They get 500 each.
Yeah,
Okay, so that goes to 500.
so you want to move the level
Oh,
2
okay,
to the other one as well?
That would go down there with it.
Yeah, because it would be
Okay.
easier on payroll where, you
Okay,
know,
yep, that's fine.
So it's 500, Kelly.
What is that?
because that's that person's pay.
Well, and
It's paying all.
the other 500 is for being level 2.
It's moving that whole second deputy over to where it's all paid. Yeah.
I guess, Corey, are you asking what the other 500 is for the level 2?
Yeah, I didn't know it was the same person. Or half of the time.
Yeah, one for the first deputy, one for the second.
Yeah.
500 for the
There's
first,
2
500
people
for
there.
the second. Yeah.
Page 31, right?
Yeah, correct.
You guys ready for the totals?
Yeah. Sure. Are we on page 9?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir. Yeah. 46,725.
Mhm.
36,300. 0, 0, 0. 2,500. 500. 65,81. 96,35. 0. Office supplies 300. Postage 0. 1,400, 150, 1,000, for a grand total of 105,091.
We're gonna redo 31 at this.
That's what I was wondering if they wanna do that or
Okay.
just go ahead and at least write in the things and then we can review it again once we get to it. if we need to. I do have a question about the travel there, because it's 1,300. If we're going to, turn to page 31 if you don't mind. So we have the office supplies. We don't know because the bids will be open tonight. Postage, travel's 1,300, which we have 1,400 on the other one, and there's elected official training, so I think we can cut that out.
Out of general or out of this, that's fine.
General would, well, I mean, it's all, which would be better?
I don't get money out of the official training.
You don't get it?
Oh, yeah.
She's not in that account.
No, we talked about that at the meeting, and I don't get money on that.
Because she's not included to be.
Sure.
Okay, that makes sense. I had that wrote down on my other sheets, but you gave me
So
all
we
these.
pretty much match, yeah.
My notes didn't follow.
So the travel on page 31 with reassessment,
Mhm. What she's saying is she's not included in that elected official training that we have a page here.
Which is
I
what,
remember that.
2,500
Huh?
each, right?
It's a 1,000, right?
1,000 or 1,500. 1,500.
1,500 each.
Yeah.
That you guys have?
Let me look. It's in
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
County elected official training is,
It's 1,500 each. for
okay, so, yeah.
them.
Okay.
but those haven't been spent in 24 and 23. Is there, was there fewer things to attend? Or what was that? When it comes to the travel that is on the reassessment, 23 and 24 total expense are not near 1,300, they're closer to 1,000. I know that the other funds for elected officials get 1,500, but is there any way we could cut that back just a little bit? I mean, or is that something that you think
We can cut it down to 1,000.
every little bit
Yeah.
helps, right?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
And then we'll
Can
have,
we cut it out of general?
after tonight, I'll have the bid out, so.
Can we cut it out of
Yeah,
general
I
instead? I mean, I
Can
think
we
we
cut it
can,
out of general instead?
I think-
General?
I think we can do that,
This is a levy fund as well. Property reassessment's a levy fund, so
but we're gonna be under. The general's what we're gonna be over, so I think that's where.
Yeah, but we're adding, I just remembered that, we're adding, we can't add that.
What?
Unless you decrease. So the levy fund is just it. So your advertised, on page 31, your advertised was 103,300. So you can't go over 1,100, did I say that right? 103,300, you can't go over that.
No, they just want to drop the travel from the general down to 1,100.
You mean the
instead.
salary?
Then you can't add the
But we have that employee coming over here, is what
Yeah,
you're
that
saying.
Oh, I
employee
see what
coming
you're
over.
Yeah, see, it's gonna take it over.
But you can't do that.
Unless you decrease somewhere else, if you decrease somewhere else, that's the only way. So you can't go over the 103,300 until March. You'd have to do an additional in March, which would,
Or we can,
Does that matter for the clerk? Because we did the same thing for half of the salary there.
but we took it from general,
It's still
Is that other
within,
account also general?
it's still
it's
within,
still within that.
it's still within, it by the fund. But there's nowhere else.
so
I mean,
can we
this is-
just move it over and cut down the cyclical reassessment?
Yep, and then you can do an additional
Or just
preparation
see
in
what the
March.
bid is and see what the, is that okay? Does that work? I think so.
Seems like it.
Anybody
What's that have to drop?
got any objections to that?
Not under amount tonight, right?
So you're doing the travel now from general minus
Yeah.
300?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We'll take it
Or
down to
travel from
1,100.
general, 300, okay.
So. Corey, are you saying take the page 9 to 1,100?
Yep.
Yep. So travel on page 9, take it to 1,100.
I'll take the new grand total to 104,791.
Okay, so I need to go back to general, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
104,791.
Yes.
I should have brought a pencil.
This in here. All right, I'll figure
And then
this out.
Kelly, what was the total for the salary, social security, retirement, and level 2?
And then we can just,
40,343.
thank you, dear. Oh. Thank you. Do you need it?
No, actually.
Thank you.
I'm confused. I'm lost.
Okay, what you got?
We're gonna take cyclical to 59657.
Yes.
59657.
Correct.
Mhm.
And that'll keep the grand total the same.
Gotcha.
Could you
And then
read the
add
general
in-
county assessor, what you, is still 105, blah, blah.
Yeah, we haven't done.
Anything for general, okay, I'm good.
We did, it's 104,791 now for the total.
Because you took travel.
We dropped
11.
travel down $300.
We'll go back through it just one time, make sure everybody has it.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll
let's
go
go
back.
through it,
Yeah.
Because I
Okay.
was bouncing back and forth, I'll make
Let's
sure.
go
I
ahead and
have it
start there, okay? On page
In
9.
general.
In general.
Yeah. Page 9, everybody, and we'll start there, we'll go back down, because there was one more change.
46,725, 36,300, level 3, 2,500, 500, 65,81, 96,35, office supplies 300, travel 1,100, 150, 1,000, for a total of 104,791.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to 1224.
Then we'll move to page 31.
Reassessment fund 1224, okay, there. Social Security, retirement.
And level 2.
So what we have is in here right now. Alright. You ready for reassessment or should we have this in?
Nope, I'm getting it. Oh, my God. Okay,
Hold on, one more second. I just-
Find out.
I'm almost there. It's in time.
Bless you.
Jeopardy theme song when you need it.
Yeah.
Level 2. All right, I'm ready.
okay, so added second deputy, 33,444. Added level 2 deputy, 500. Social security, 2597. Retirement, 3802.
Hold on just a second. Social Security's what?
2597.
Okay,
Retirement, 3802.
okay.
Office supplies, did you guys go through the rest of that? You good?
Oh, shoot, I just screwed up. Hold on a second.
Okay, we go to, so 2,000.
Is everybody okay with 2,000 office supplies there? Or-
We
I think
agreed to
that's,
it.
Okay.
yeah, that's what we agreed to earlier. yeah.
And then the reassessment, 59,657. Postage 0. Travel, did you say at 1,300?
Yep.
And software 0. And let me add that total back up.
And then essentially the difference between the 59,657 and the bid that we get tonight. We do it there.
It's too hot.
Sorry, I gotta do my totals.
That's fine. 103,300.
So it should be the same.
Yep, 103,300.
What is it?
103,300, the exact same. Because we just subtracted off what was spent in the second
Because
deputy,
we took the
the difference.
travel off of general instead of
Okay.
here
So it's exactly the same.
and just removed all the salary stuff from Tyler Technologies. Or from that line item, whatever it is.
Did you give me this thing?
That's a pencil.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
So that
I said it's
fund,
nice.
that fund.
I didn't say it's not.
But the assessor overall was 58,249 down from request. So
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
So now we can go back to general.
Page 10.
Okay, page 10, prosecuting attorney.
I think I guess if you need to pay, you're right.
If you guys want to take a break.
Linda.
I just did.
Sure.
Huh?
Okay,
Stretch.
this just keeps going, so.
Yeah,
Yes.
life still keeps going.
We'll be back.
Why just, we're not all gonna go able to go to the bathroom at the same time.
Well, then watch out.
Well,
That's why I said if we wanna just keep going and if you just, because we're all gonna be standing and waiting to go to the
Get a
bathroom.
little shaky every now
It's
and
kind
then.
of a race.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna
one
stand.
at a time.
I know, and we're all gonna go potty at the same time, so if we just kinda all just took our own little break. Get through this. Oh my God, how wonderful it is.
You were razzle dazzling this morning right off the bat.
I was,
I'm glad you calmed down.
no, I took it, I was like, no, we ain't gonna get into that.
Hey,
Why?
Why? Because I said no, that's why.
I think she took a pill.
oh, no.
David?
What's in that cup? No, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
tea.
Caffeine helps.
Mhm.
I'm just teasing you.
I didn't work out this morning too, so that's.
Tomorrow, we're gonna
No,
need you to.
I'm not working out.
We're gonna- if we're gonna come in like that, we're gonna need you
I
to.
take my lunch in the morning,
Is tomorrow really
So
9
I-
o'clock?
Oh,
no, on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays.
No, you
So I don't
said
work out on Tuesdays anyway.
I'm glad you calmed down, really.
No, I was just saying, you guys people don't understand that. And
It's a different time.
I take offense to that because I work very, very hard. Listen,
Chris, I think Nicole.
He didn't
has
mean anything
tomorrow's
offensive by it. He
meeting.
was just asking a question.
On YouTube.
okay.
I'm not sure what's changing.
I actually was wondering the same thing,
What's your
but
heart?
after you snapped it up, I was like, nope, nope, I'm not doing it.
You have to consider, I'm an accountant. It has to go to the
But
penny.
call me if
To
you
the
don't.
one, right to the penny.
I have
He's
been given
gonna cut
so
the penny
many
in half.
numbers.
Well, we could have called you at 1 o'clock last night.
Why were you waiting till last night to work on it?
We got another
But
job.
do you know how many papers I had? I mean, I wasn't waiting till last night
No.
fully, but I mean, I did have to make all
Do
my
you know how many
folders.
numbers I've been getting?
How many papers you gave me?
Next year I won't give you any.
Just one set of the right ones. No, I'm just, okay, here we go. I mean, that would be helpful.
It's extra.
I just want to make sure I had all the right, the latest ones, the latest ones, you know.
Next year, I think I'm only gonna give you guys like the expenditure totals. And we're not gonna worry about revenue until after September 1.
I mean, it is
Why don't
helpful
you
to get
just
it
send it
early,
all?
start looking.
Electronically.
On here and then the week before your signature vote.
Because a lot of people don't.
What?
Huh?
What'd you say?
He said, why don't you just send it digitally, you know?
Oh,
But I
And then
said,
do the book
but a
like
lot
the
of
week
people
before.
don't do that. But I think next year, I'm not gonna try and, that's not gonna change because the expended, you guys wanted the revenue on each page, on each fund. But we
Yeah,
can
I
have
like
the
that.
spreadsheet. But that's what
yeah,
I'm
you can
saying.
give us a spreadsheet and then we can.
But what I'm saying is when I originally did the expenditures, I didn't have the revenue. So I put 2025's revenue just so you're like, okay, this is what it was in 2025. And then once I got the revenue, then I updated to the estimated 2026 revenue. So that replaced your sheets. So I don't know. I like the idea of us just working digitally until September 1st, but I know that's hard for some.
When do we get the estimated revenue?
What?
The estimated revenue, did it come in late August? Or
August 12th.
August 12th.
I think I can go to the restaurant.
Yeah, yeah, I can. I'll go after you. You need to go? No, you're good. You're good.
Thank you.
If we just take notes like each year and make it better, you know, and that's what I think we've done, is try to, okay, well, we could do this better next year. Or this would help, not better, because I mean, this would help,
Well, as an onlooker in the industry, so far it seems to be.
other than multiple papers. And then that interest revenue on the miscellaneous revenue. That's one thing we need to start doing, David, is start, instead of doing our additionals out of general, do them out of that interest. Do you see what I'm saying? Where it's not, where you're keeping your general there. Hopefully we can get to where we don't have as many additionals, which I think there's less. Don't you think it's kind of cut down some?
I don't necessarily have a problem to do an additional out, something like that, if it's a one-time thing, you know. If it's going to keep carrying, then you're gonna get yourself in a
We
problem.
just don't have that extra fluff in. There's no, especially now, you know, we're taking things out and being more intentional with everything. As far as that 75,000, you know, there's not, pretty much in our Form 4B, I'm counting for all of our revenue. So if we do additionals, it's cutting into, so that's why I feel like we have that interest fund now.
There's snacks back there, David.
Snacks back here.
Snacks.
Just buy that, you should pay for that.
Lisa.
I brought them. I braided the grandkids. stuff.
She's mom, this is Mom Lisa.
Used to, the president's supposed to bring donuts to this.
We need to tell her that.
I've done that for years.
What's that?
Bring donuts to this. Steve Hauser used to too.
He's got candy corn too.
Well, thank you, Lisa.
Was she watching your blood sugar? Was she watching your blood sugar? Do you need to?
Oh, no.
I'm gonna go.
Is that Purdue cup?
Pardon me?
Is that Purdue cup?
Here, a little bit. Yeah, we don't want to talk about football.
Money invested in that shot.
Oh, yeah. It was my kids as a gift, but
Or last weekend, they all lost or whatever?
they lost to USC. We scored 17 points, which is better than I expected. But they came into Ross Hayden, beat us.
It's pretty tough competition.
We're picked at the very bottom of the Big Ten out of 18 teams. I think we might surprise
I
a
need to
couple.
look at,
New coach. I think it was
can you help me with,
only
Porter General
30
real
or
quick
40
while we're
returning
waiting?
players.
Because
Coach
I
left.
did not match.
I used
So
to, I haven't for a long
read
time.
them to me.
And now you couldn't possibly get a seat in that when you watch basketball.
Mhm.
You know, it'd be
46.
probably cost you $500
36, 3.
to see a game up there.
22.
Because they're sold out. They were sold out back in May for this coming season.
8105.
And we're getting the
92.
recruits.
9105 for social security.
Yes.
We've gotten some,
Pay
we've got
retirement.
2 4-stars.
92.99.
Really?
Yes.
Total
So
123,
it's,
355.
and we're
Okay, keep
still
going,
working.
because I've got 146.
Another
So
7
what did I
footer coming
do?
in.
What's the second, okay, go
To
again.
add to
Second
the 2
deputy's
we've already got.
22,926.
I got that right. Social
Yeah.
security 8105,
Our future looks good too.
9299.
Really fair, isn't it?
Office supplies 1600.
When you get
Well, nobody else wants them. You know what I mean? Used to.
Oh, no, I'm in general.
Two
or,
guards, 2
clerk,
forwards,
sorry,
and a
clerk.
center. Nobody plays that.
I'm sorry.
Everybody plays NBA, which is,
I promise.
Shoot from outside.
yeah, exactly. That You've got essentially 3 forwards.
3625.
And Edie was the exception to the rule.
36.3.
And
52.
I think because it disrupts
52.
the way the other teams are used to
Okay.
playing
Purple 0.
against
10,000.
other programs.
Okay.
The dominant center kind of throws things off.
1600,
That's what
1400,
He
2300,
likes to
Okay.
mix it up to be
476,
mixing it up.
139,
Yeah.
500, 150,
We're
back.
860.
We're back.
Total of
We're back.
183,
Okay,
792.
that's.
Is it okay if we move on to page 2?
Yeah.
What? No, you look like you're something, what is it?
No.
Oh, I thought you were figuring something, or you want us to look at, consider something.
Page 20 now.
20.
Oh, you already,
Yeah, we
you got
knocked,
two?
we knocked it out while you were.
That'd be just fine with me. Okay. Page 10, okay, so prosecuting attorney.
Which is location 9.
Yes. Okay. Um,
That's what I was giving you a look for.
I'm trying to figure out, what was that stipend bonus that was separate for theirs? What was that?
She does, okay, so she does, some of it can be paid out of pre-trial and some of it cannot. Kelly knows about that. I've got it.
So that, oh, sorry.
The stipend was for,
It just wasn't. in
One
salary.
position, one
for
position.
the victim advocate. No, I'm sorry, it was for the administrative assistant.
So
So instead of
technically,
being in the salary like everybody else's, it was just here, so it can come off too. Or is that grant thing?
technically, the pre-trial, she doesn't have to ask your guys' permission for, okay? But not all of it, all positions, Kelly, am I saying this right? But not all positions can be paid out of pre-trial. So she pays the difference out of
No, they can do whatever they want.
Out of pretrial.
Yeah.
But where's the other one?
Out of the prosecutor, they have the office manager and the admin assistant.
Right, that's right. She paid the 4D, they don't have to ask permission for a pre-trial, they pay the difference out of pre-trial for the ones they can't pay out of 4D, am I correct? I'm saying that wrong.
However, it's an extra fund for them to use if they want to put it out of there instead of the prosecutor and the pretrial, or the 40, sorry, yeah.
I,
That's definitely clear as mud.
So
Say
you're
that one more
just,
time.
you're just asking about the stipend.
Yeah, I wanna know if that was just. Tell me about that. Is that,
The stipend on here is for the administrative assistant and the office manager.
okay,
Which was zeroed out.
okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yes.
That's what I wanted, that's what I wanted to make sure. I just wanna make sure it wasn't something with that grant or
No.
something that, we were on that 2-year cycle and,
No.
I don't wanna mess that up,
It's not.
whatever that was.
Remember, she said something that said that, what she's addressing from the meeting there tonight. Did you see that?
Yep, it says the numbers on the budget request were correct for Caitlin's match request. Caitlin is victim's advocate.
So it needs to be put back to the 15,500 versus the 12,633.
That's right, because that's a
Correct.
2-year cycle. That's what I was worried about.
Did you say the stipend's going down to 0?
Yes.
Or request?
Yes.
So. That's right. Okay. So victim advocate would stay 15,500 because that's a grant and it's a part of it and it's on a
That'll
2-year
go
cycle.
through The end of September of 26
Okay,
for her current grant.
okay. I'm gonna write that down. You said September?
Yeah, September 30th is the end.
Okay. So that needs to stay the same, and then we can take the stipend down to 0. And then 17,706. What is it? Yeah, that would go back down, right, Kelly? Without
Yeah.
that 5%, okay.
Yeah.
And then,
What is that different than the 2024 spend? It's not that much, just. You see what I'm saying?
oh, that is a little
What's the
weird.
question?
It's different than the 2024 spend.
For the 11,209 administrative assistant, starting point 17,706 is different than the 2024 expend, which is 17,690. Yeah, it's not, it's like $16, but still.
Yeah.
All these.
Oh,
17,706.
I don't know, that is
I
weird.
don't know. We'll take it back to the 17,690. I don't know if that was
Okay.
just a
Right.
typo on my part.
17,690, and then,
Is that for the administrator?
mhm,
35,108.
35,108 for operations,
So it's gonna change social security and retirement too.
a little bit, I mean, it's not.
35,108.
Yeah. Take that down. Operations manager, 35,108. You'll figure social security and retirement,
Social Security is 5,225. Retirement 7,649.
Because that victim's
Oh,
advocate.
5,225. 5,225? That's why. And then what was retirement, I'm sorry.
7,649.
Okay. And registration fees, I think she said because they have another new prosecutor. But the state gave them based on, or deputy prosecutor based on the inmate population of Branchville. State paid, office space, subscription and dues. So what's the total cost?
I got 79,305.
82,172.
You might have anything else there, or?
Oh, you could. Oh, I missed that one.
Not, we'll move forward to page 11.
Should she go over this?
Huh?
Should she go over it?
Oh, yeah, you wanna go over it? Well, I think we did, didn't
We didn't read
The
the
line
we? We kinda went down through, but we can just do it
No.
real quick if you want to, just.
15,500. 0. 17,690. 35,108. 5,225. 7649, 500, 500, grand total 82,172.
Next is county extension, page 11. Stipend down to 0. I don't know about this summer assistant. Did that position get a?
They always have a summer
I
assistant.
know, but did they get a stipend last year?
No.
So that needs to stay the same then, right? That doesn't go back
That
to
summer
24.
assistant
Okay,
is just the pay, yeah.
okay. And office supplies, they decreased. Program materials, 900, stay the same. I don't guess we have a choice on contractual services. Produce at that, it's just like a contract.
Yeah.
Postage is down. Travel's the same, but
I don't know if they have any other areas they can pay that out of.
what?
I mean, I don't know if they have any other areas they can pay travel and stuff out of, because that's pretty hefty.
Yeah, it looks like in 24, they spent 5,400. But 23 and only 1,200, so I don't know. She did say they go to a lot of different things, but. Can you see what it is today? I mean, I know it was 2,000 through June,
Good financial.
just to see.
Sure.
Mobile phone. Equipment repairs, new. Copy machines down.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
They have expended 22535.44
And what?
In travel
travel.
through today, or,
That's through today.
We could cut that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
4,000.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep. Does anybody have objections to cutting that to 4,000?
No.
Okay. All right, and so went through copy machines down. Computer lease is the same. I wonder what that, I'm sure what I asked, that's weird.
Huh?
Computer lease. I never heard of it.
Let me see what they pay out of it.
Yeah, just see what that is, if you don't mind. Subscription and dues again, well, I don't know, that's only $90. But last year was $660, so it might be something at the end of the year. I have to-
You know, we expended 90 so far, 660.
Yeah. Yep. Office equipment. I don't see anything else.
It's computer lease, isn't it?
I just,
Let's look at some of the claims that have been paid out of that account line. They've only expended 230 today, so
it
let's see.
says 430 over here.
Or 430, sorry, 430. I don't know what I said. 430.
It seems like a lot, but is there something at the end of the year? Can you look at like, it looks like maybe last year was
It
pretty.
says one laptop with dock. And they paid it to the University of Purdue.
Oh, so they leased a laptop from them?
So they've only expended 430 and they expended that in February.
You know, as cheap as computers are, I don't know why you leasing
It
computers
says year
anymore.
3. One laptop with dock, and down in the notes, it says year 3.
See, they had 2,500 and
Yeah.
2,800 prior years. I don't know what that is.
It looks like it's pretty, they're gonna
It's just-
cut it down.
We can cut it to 25.
It's less than the 24 and 23, 25,000, 2,500.
I can see where it's probably going up, not down.
Yeah, and I think 2960 is kind of a specific
It's a weird
number.
number, yeah. It
So that's
it might be
probably-
something they're in their contract in that year or something. It's a very weird number. I mean, it's a,
Yeah, it sounds specific.
yeah,
Yeah,
all right. Are we okay? Just leave that for now?
yeah, for now.
Okay. Anything else anybody have? If not, ready for you, Miss Kelly.
We gotta go over the numbers.
Admin assistant, 36,637. 5,500, 3223, 4103. Office supplies, 2,500, 900. Contractual services, 92,420, 1,300, 4,000, 550, 300, 1,200, 2,960, 525. Office equipment, 0. Grand total, 156,119.
Okay. All right. Next one, page 12, Veteran Service Officer. Looks like he kept everything the same. Let's see. Office supplies, 720. Last year, he spent quite a bit more. He's only spent 296 through June, but that's on track to be close to 700. Fees, $50, I don't know. Registration fees, $50, postage, $125. Travel, $1,000. Spent $19, but the year before was close to $1,000. So we may have something toward the end of the year. Can you check that? If you
What is
don't
that
mind?
today?
Travel, 32,200. Training, travel, education. Gas cards. That's,
We at least could change the name of that over.
well, I don't think, I'm wondering what's the balance in there? Because isn't there a,
So travel, he has expended $195.63 to date. Gas cards,
195?
Says expended $4,500.
Yeah, but I'm just curious since there's donations or something, right, that's coming in for that, but
he has expended the full $2,500 on the gas cards. But like you said, that can be paid out of donations.
Isn't that the name on that account, that
Huh?
donation account,
isn't that what it's for or not?
isn't it labeled as
Gas
gas
cards?
card donation or something like that?
And
Yeah.
services donation, I believe. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
The fund
Yeah.
is,
For those ones, we're supposed to be keeping like an inventory of them.
yes, we do.
So you set something up for that since State Board of Accounts was talking about it?
Yes, so the difference with that, the things that changed from State Board of Accounts was number one,
You have to have.
there wasn't, in a sense, dual control of that. He did a report, of course, everything was checked out, fine. But now, we haven't fully switched over to that. As far as, but we've got a record keeping of that. So basically, the auditor's office is going to keep track of when he purchases them and then when he gets them, who it's going to and whatnot, which is basically, he was doing that all on his own, so it's free to individual control. The other issue with the State Board of Accounts, which I've told Kevin he needs to talk to his drivers and especially before the end of the year, or his volunteers, because they're going to get a 1099 on that at the end of the year. And I don't want these volunteers to be surprised by that at the end of the year, that they might be willing to say, hey, I don't want that gas card. I just want to volunteer my time. That is the change from the State Board of Accounts from this year, is that anyone who receives over $600 in gas cards will receive a 1099.
Is that seriously gonna affect them, and do they have, if they got 10 people, nobody might get,
Oh, he had three, yeah.
just 3?
He had three that were, when we started discussing it, he had 3 drivers that were already over the 600 that were going to be getting a 1099.
And that's just a State Board of Accounts thing that we can't, that's
Yes.
the federal government.
It's really
not
honestly no
anything we
different than the
can-
fringe benefit stuff, that we have to have, here's the other thing that was discussed, is since we're, in a sense, giving them a 1099, they are considered employees. So then you're talking where if they're driving, which I completely understand, they're driving a veteran's vehicle, but if that puts the county in a situation where we're liable, where if something happens, a person can sue
Are
the
they on
veterans.
liability insurance?
Well, they're considered employees, so yes,
Okay. I didn't know if you had to add them, how that works.
they're just considered employees. It will affect it because our numbers will change.
I don't know why they're considered
The
employees.
vehicles, but the vehicle's not under us.
Because the 1099 they're getting is the
You
1099
can be a contractual person.
non-employee compensation. So why do they consider an employee?
State Board of Accounts said that that's like we're paying them.
I mean, we do 1099s any season, they are not an employee.
I think it's not any different than, the correctional facility out here, it's just where you could be involved in that. So the biggest thing is I wanted to make sure that the counties the volunteers were under the understanding they're gonna get a 1099 for this.
And do you have confirmation that they understand that?
No, not yet.
Well, yeah.
We don't really have a choice.
1099, and they can just keep their gas. I guess that's not true either. They can keep. Never mind, I'll back off of that.
Yeah, so. But back to this, he does have a donation fund.
I guess I was under the understanding that was for gas cards too.
It's gas cards for taking veterans to an appointment. I asked him and he said
Okay.
yes.
Okay. That's what that donation fund's for.
No, this veterans gas cards in his budget is for taking veterans.
But the donation account was for veterans gas cards too, or not? Is that right?
It's not, we looked to try and
What's the
find,
ordinance say?
we could not find the ordinance. We looked for it and could not find an ordinance.
Or should be an ordinance?
Should be.
You could deduct mileage, but you have to follow
When was it created?
practice.
The fund, I can't even find it right now.
He's texting me again. He's watching.
He's watching.
Hi, Kevin.
It also helps veterans in need, this gas cards here in the budget. Gas card, yeah, veterans in need.
Contract.
And it's for events also, he said.
Oh, you're talking about the donation.
No, he's saying the gas cards here in his budget are for gas cards and events to take veterans to an appointment, he said, and events, and also helping veterans in need.
Veteran service donation 4103.
Are you sure he doesn't mean his donation account? Cause this, I think if it says gas cards, it has to be used for that, right? That's what it's,
I guess they could use it for,
Yes, the donation
Veterans.
account.
Oh.
It says yes, the donation account.
so this one is strictly for gas cards, but the donation account can be used for gas cards and other things. But we don't have an ordinance that says that, so we need to probably, somebody needs to
That's
get one.
in my
We'll find
list
one.
of things that we need to, get an ordinance for that with the commissioners to, on what the veterans fund.
It wasn't said, I mean, it seems like, I don't know, it was set up, but.
There's we couldn't find one for the coroner donation. So I think our donation funds, we need to get ordinances. The
Yeah.
funds are created, but there's no ordinance that goes to
Yeah,
it.
it
So
has to have a
it's on the
specific
list.
purpose tied to it, kind of like that canine, you know?
Yeah.
And have
Which we
that,
have the canine on here.
by statute, I think, is why we have to.
You wanted to know how much was in the donation?
I was just curious about,
I'm looking.
He says once this 2,500 is depleted in his budget, then they start to using pay for gas cards out of the donation account.
So he uses the general first, then the donation. Currently, right now, there's $13,742.25 in the Veterans Service Donation Fund. Looks like, started this year with a balance of $15,031.19.
Other issue, Kenny? Somebody loves $16. I'm not quite sure why. But if you take the 2024 expend again and compare it to the 2026 starting point, it's off by $16.
Which one?
at the pay,
For veterans
Yeah, it needs to
officer.
be 34,398.
And then the second line's gotta be, would be 1,000, right?
oh, yeah.
I didn't know, I just upped it because
That would,
that's what you had this year,
that would be,
because you upped it. I mean, it's not it's based on a stipend in general, because you upped it to $1,250 this year. It didn't have anything to do with
the
the stipend, it
okay,
didn't have
okay.
anything to do with salary, it was just an additional that you gave him.
So
to
leave that
the
at
ADA.
1,250.
Because his understanding was he was going net 1,000.
Yes, that's what it was.
We took
That's
out
what
the
it
social
was.
security
Yeah.
return.
That is, that's exactly what it was. So we do need to change the 1 to 34,398.
It's odd that it's, the top number's off $16.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, I thought maybe I added the 26 and a half, I don't know. I don't know, probably didn't too many
Okay.
things at that time.
Does anybody have anything?
Are you leaving the gas cards or are you gonna go solely
Let
to
Chris
this
do it.
donation? Huh?
I'm talking to you.
David, I'm gonna hurt you. Huh? I would never hurt you,
I
David.
said you let Chris do it.
Oh,
It was a joke.
You do want to wrestle, don't you? It's-
So you're
That's right,
leaving
too,
travel,
David.
letter, gas cards and publications all the same?
Are-
Have you
Yeah,
changed
I
any of
guess.
that?
I mean, does anybody have any ideas there?
Kevin says he would like to keep the 2,500 in there because he can't raise money doing events anymore. So he needs to keep his donation account kind of.
And Kevin, that is, you can do as long as it's approved by the commissioners and that revenue has to go to the provider first and then be donated to them. We just cannot run the funds
You
through
mean
the
through a
county.
nonprofit, would have to
Yes.
just cut a check.
Yes, so, yes, he can accept donations.
Did he get that money back?
I don't think so, yeah.
Or is somebody working to get that money back?
He
Okay.
is, yeah, it's just taking a process.
Okay, I mean, if there's something we need to do, I don't know, but
And no alcohol.
Well, if we're not running it has to be approved by the commissioners. The event has to be approved by the commissioners before he can do it.
but if an outside, I guess I just want to be clear, if an outside agency, a nonprofit hosts an event or does something on their own that they're liable for, they do it on their own and they just cut the county a check for the donation fund,
Then we're not
that's
involved.
much different. Yes.
He got the check yesterday back
Oh,
for
good, okay.
$9,963.29.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, so.
Okay, good. Okay. Good
So
job,
that'll
Debbie.
go into the donation fund. Because it's not been deposited
That was
yet.
half of it, he said, that's half.
So that's already in there.
He said that's
What do you
half.
mean half?
It's not in there.
Because you had to
Oh,
split
that's
it or
half
something?
of that, yeah.
Because they
Half
got
of the
that.
rest.
Oh, okay. So that is the right amount though, that he should have got back. Okay.
Yeah, because all we did was basically cut it to them and then make them write it back to us.
Which is
the way it should.
appropriate, yes.
Cool.
Now we know, so going forward, we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he's still
Thank you,
able to
Kevin.
get,
So we've got 13 plus 10.
yes. So if he can do events, like you said, it just has to be done through
At a certain
another
way.
nonprofit.
Yeah.
So he would be able
Approve
to.
first and then.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have anything here?
So you're leaving the gas cards?
I guess so.
Okay, so we wanna read through?
Yeah, I sure do.
34, 398, 1250, 0, 2727, 3993, 0, 720, 50, 50, 125, 1000, 500, 2500, 60, total 47,373.
What was your social security again?
2727.
I had 2728, so.
It changed because of that $16, I guess.
Okay, 47,373. All right. Everybody okay for the next one? Oh, look at here, this is a bad one. Just kidding.
You said it out
That's
loud.
us.
You said it out loud.
And well, I would like to know how many years this has been the same.
County councils.
I
Okay,
think it got cut one year, didn't it?
council, the county council, page 13. We didn't have any increase, so that's the same. The only thing, I haven't got anything from Rod, so I guess I don't know. I guess I'll wait.
The way I look at it, if they don't
It's
submit anything, we keep it the same.
Okay. I'm certainly not wanting to ask for an increase, so.
So if I elected official, we
Can
need to
you-
go back to 32,285.
Huh?
We need to go back to 20, no.
No, because they've never changed. They stay 33,481.
We never got extra week or anything, because, or salary increase.
At one point, the president got paid more than the other councilman.
No, thank you. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna be that next year, but you'll
We
decide.
changed that a long time ago.
What were you gonna ask, Ellen? You said you wanted to ask
Can
something.
you look at travel and just see, I know a few,
Like what you spent or where you're at?
yeah, today.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not looking to increase, I was just curious. I mean, I think it's important that we go to things, and there's some local things coming, like,
So it'll go
There's
up
something
because
French,
AIC comes
Yeah.
next month.
Guys register?
I do wanna do that.
Waiting for an email. No, but
Yeah.
do you want me to register yet?
Yeah, if you wanna go to that, tell Chris now, me,
Send me an email. Okay, I won't remember.
Was that the French
It's
Lake?
that, yeah.
Yeah.
I at least go one day, they have, you can look at the schedule and there's,
Well, the bad thing is, what we're struggling with is
What?
that they have like, you don't know, so they have round 1, round 2, round 3 of the trainings, but you don't know, like, they haven't released, like,
their agenda.
they've not said, okay, on Tuesday, these
They will, though.
sessions.
Yeah,
It should come out in the next
They
couple
will
of
do
weeks. So,
Cause I usually just pick the one that has the stuff that pertains to us and drive up,
When,
drive
when
back.
is that?
it's the last week of September going
Yeah.
into October.
Oh.
So not next week, but the following.
September 29th through October 2nd.
That one's by.
If you guys wanna carpool, if you wanna go to the
That's coming
one
up
that
then,
pertains
isn't
to us. we
Yeah,
can
not
do that.
next week, but the following.
As long as we don't have a quorum, I guess.
No, we can have quorum at those meetings, can't we?
Oh, yeah,
We're
Not the
making
travel, though.
decisions.
Not to travel.
Supposedly.
Technically, you guys are
my car doesn't
supposed
fit
to.
any more than that, so.
It's kind of technically,
Somebody can ride with Chris.
yeah, you have me.
We don't have any takers. Just kidding, I'm kidding. I didn't see any hands.
You wonder why I razzle dazzle you. You wonder why?
Okay, is this okay? Because I mean, this is, I
There.
don't know. It's pretty bare minimum, I think.
Say thank you, auditor's office, for paying for all my office supplies and my
Thank
nameplates
you,
and
Lisa,
everything
and
else.
Helen, Nicole, Chris,
Thank you. Um,
and Kim.
oh, yeah, because you guys, council.
Thank you, taxpayers. That's what I want.
And taxpayers, yeah.
That's
You guys have $402.82 left.
Well,
You
that'll be
spent
enough.
15.
Because we're not gonna stay the night. We're just gonna.
Register.
Yeah.
So email, look at your schedule. As soon as I get the
Count me in.
you know, the, itinerary, that whatever you want to call it. I'm drawing a blank on words right now. But you're not going to know what classes and what are being offered which yet. So as soon as I get that, I'll send that out and we could do late registration. They're not going to,
Is there a single registration or a daily registration?
you can go by day,
Yeah, because
go by day.
I don't know what it'll be, but last year we just went one day, I think. Hopefully they have it where council, things that pertain to the council.
They
Basically, it's all
typically have it all, yeah. Most of it's Wednesday. Yeah, your affiliate is on Tuesday. So like
What's that?
where you meet with your council association, you meet with all the councils of the county. So your affiliate stuff is on Tuesday, and then most of the classes on Wednesday. Right?
I have a book with all their emails and phone numbers, so I think we got that, so.
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanna reach out, we can just call them, county or whatever. But that's my opinion. I think this is cut and dry. I don't know anywhere we cut, so.
33,481, 25,61, 37,50. And then down to attorney, 54,60, 2,140, 47,392.
What is it?
47,392, just like
Yeah.
it says on the column one.
62.
Why did this, oh, okay, gotcha. All right, next. County election board. Corey, can you pull up Ms. Jones' email? Because I didn't print that. Okay. There were some questions on this and she had emailed us. And I forgot to print it, so. It's an election year next year, so. That's why there wasn't anything this year for absentee voting board members. She told us what it was, I think.
Precinct board number says this is for poll workers who are paid for the primary and general elections at this rate. Clerks and judges, $10 for election day and $20 for training. Inspectors, $125 for election day, $20 training. Absent voter board, this is for the absentee voter board if they have to be called in to fill absentee requests, receive and store return ballots, anything else to do with absentee voting. Trying to keep it to a minimum. If they call somebody in, they have to work all day, or get paid for the whole day.
And it looks like in 24, that's what it took, so. And there was a primary and there will be a primary next year because there's state primary. So election board members, this was cut in half last year because there was an election this year. I don't know how you feel about that. But, precinct board members, what Corey just read.
Can I say something about that?
What?
That's another thing I think you guys need to get in black and white.
What?
As far as on an ordinance or a resolution, whatever, stating that on non-election years, election board members are paid this much, on election board members there are, because the way the auditor's office looked at it is you guys budgeted $33,750. you know, that's what we can pay out, but there's nothing in black and white that says election board members
So
are
we need to
paid
get
this
something like
much
that.
on election years and this much or not. Because there was discussion on, okay, there's, you know, I'm not informed or knowledgeable about the fact of, are they doing stuff this year because there's not an election, you know, I'm sure they're getting, I mean, just common sense, I'm sitting here thinking they're probably getting ready for stuff for next year, so they're probably, you know, so I think there needs to be something more black and white that says that. So that's another list off the ordinance.
It is,
How do you guys?
once every 4 years. There's not one. It's just, that's only, the other 3 years, there's,
Yeah.
right? Yep. Put it on the list.
On the list?
And then when you have that list, whatever's for us, send it to us and I'll work. We'll discuss it in council meeting and then we'll put our ideas together and I'll work with Rod to get something.
That's council. That one's a council. That would be you guys. The other
Office
ones would be-
supplies. Election supplies. Anybody have notes on that, what that was? Looks like they had 1,500, but didn't spend anything this year, but I mean, there's just that referendum. Or as of June, they didn't spend anything.
But in 24, they spent 1,700. In
Yeah.
23, they spent 1,550.
Okay. Election support, 800. 24, they spent 655. 23, 200.
Election support, what the heck?
Who's that mean?
Yeah, what is that?
I'm not sure. I don't know if Ms. Jones has a history. 'Cause
Let me see if I can look and see what we paid
Okay.
out.
We'll go ahead and move forward.
Yeah.
And then postage 1,600, which looks about right for the increase from 24 with the last big election. Travel, 600. Travel absentee voter board. That looks right. Well, we'll ask that, yeah. Equipment repair. There it is, let's see. Okay, this software maintenance, looks like every time there's an election. That's those e-poll pads, didn't you say that?
Yes, she said
Okay.
it was going to.
Huh?
She said that she knew it was going up.
Okay,
Okay, so last year.
so she knows there's gonna be an increase. Voting system support.
Okay, the majority of that is paid to Microvote for election day support, programming, public tests, machines, ballot design, and other machine preparation. You probably can't get around it.
I don't think we have a choice. And it probably did go up some from 24, so that's not a significant increase. Rent polling places, nothing. Subscription and dues, publications, I mean, probably. I don't know. And meals. Corey, was there something there about that? Or we talked about it? They get so much a day for meals.
I thought he said it was catered.
Catered to his.
Well, some, I
Is
know,
that
but one of
campaign
them,
fairs?
one of the people told me they bring their lunch and they get paid, so I don't know.
So I've got a letter here
Not sure.
with one of the claims for
It might be a
2024
mandated thing.
that says, this letter is to inform you of the claim I am filing on behalf of some workers I had on election day for election support and the day before election delivering machines to all precincts. Looks like they paid $50. A person,
They had that big U-Haul, I
yeah,
remember.
that's one claim. 150, 150, it looks like most of it, and then here's one for 55.95, let's see what that is. That's mileage,
Okay.
so that's what that stuff is.
All right. Does anybody have anything?
Okay, early on, we did take one half of one of her deputies to record perpetuation.
Uh-huh.
We did do that, didn't we? Or did we?
No, we cut that out. It was,
We cut it, so it's gonna come
but
off.
it's also over there too.
It was in general and,
Oh, you mean one of the full times?
I just know she says, as far as the salaries, I believe we could justify charging one half of one deputy to records perpetuation.
When we get there, we should look at that and go back.
I just didn't want to forget that or whatever.
Don't forget it.
because we took the part,
We just removed the part-time. We didn't take,
we didn't do it.
I don't think we took the,
We took part of
Yeah, we
a
did.
second deputy,
okay,
We did it.
okay, we
took
did.
part of one. Not a
Half. Okay, and then we cut the other
So
part-time out.
technically, we can do some moving and shaking of that to records, to the recorder, or to the clerk's record perpetuation.
Well, we'll have to when we get there.
Yeah.
We'll have to add it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did that.
I put a note for when we go.
Okay. So does anybody have anything on this one? I think we kind of have to do that. It's,
Yeah, it's
it's a big
nothing.
election year.
16,000, 7,500,
That's midterm.
13,750,
Presidential.
2850,
I know, but
Still about the same cost, I imagine.
1,200, 1,700, 800, 1,600, 600, 200, 100, 15,000, 20,400, 0, 80, 100, 1,650, for a total of 83,530.
83,500. Nice. A little less. How come that's different?
Oh, it's at the social security change from what requested budget.
Oh, and the precinct board
precinct
members,
board
okay,
member
that's,
change.
all right, yeah, that makes sense. Oh boy, this one. Okay, next, page 15, commissioners.
Cut 'em.
Cut it. Cut it. It's a big one. So elected official, they didn't have an increase. What is this? What does it say?
Which one are you looking at?
Social Security, starting 200?
Because we pay, the cleaning, Caitlin, prosecutor's cleaning. So Social Security has to come out of here also for that, which is $200.
But the request was 3251. It should have been added like
We need to
34.
add the 200 to the 3251.
I think
don't
it's something weird. Should it be 3451?
Because you've got the social security for the commissioner's pay.
Oh, no,
Six.
3251 it would be, because it was
So it'd be plus 400.
3051 plus 200.
Yeah, it should be 32.
So the starting
Think we
point's
The
3251.
note in there? You see what I'm saying? It just says 200 on there.
It should be
Pictures.
3251, right?
But I see what you're,
Yeah, that should be 3251.
And then the retirement would be the 4467. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and then, this insurance, this is $2,000.
Did they ever, on the
$1,700.
insurance, did they ever
That's coming
figure
up.
out what deductibles and everything yet?
They're working on it. But the hope is that we'll be able to absorb the increase that way instead of,
With those changes.
so, I mean. It's not gonna help. Here. I was hoping you had that pumped up, but you didn't.
Which one?
You didn't, the insurance.
Could we put that at $1 million, maybe?
I don't know if we need to take it backwards, but we can.
Hmm?
I don't know, I could. Nervous going backwards, but
Well, we expended 966,
you just never know,
166.
it's one of those weird ones. I think growing the balance is probably. That's not a bad thing there.
What's that?
I mean, you can, if you want to take it back to $1 million, but
They're annualizing at 1.3 million, so it's
Yeah.
probably not wise.
yeah, I don't think so. I think the costs are only going to go up, so we need to not refrain from
Well,
taking
we
it back.
know it's going up, but then to cover that cost that's going up, they're gonna try to do something with the deductibles.
Yeah, well, this is only a $2,000 increase here,
Yeah,
so, or less than 2,017, or whatever, right? So, sirs, that's, we have to do that, that's in the,
Yes. That extra 98,000 is, remember what the extra
yeah.
we
but-
had, so we budgeted it. Yeah.
And I think we need to keep it because it's, we're going in that direction and not spending less.
Okay.
To be realistic.
Have you skipped over
What?
unemployment insurance?
Oh, unemployment insurance, 1,000? What is that, Chris?
That's basically,
I mean, I know what it is,
it's,
but I mean,
it's there, that's what we budget and.
so we just started that last year?
No,
Oh, there was one in,
Yeah.
there just wasn't one in,
yeah, you just kind of,
Taken from something else.
yeah, you just kind of hope you don't get it.
okay. I agree. 55,000 sheriff's pension, that's,
So,
it's just set what it is, that's what we pay. No changing it, longevity, nothing. SERS, 45,000, that's set. Background checks. I mean, we need that.
We started doing that this year.
That was like a handbook change, but we really need to do that, so. Drug testing, new hires. That was new this year, but. Association dues, nothing we can do about it. Consulting. What is that?
That's what we pay
Randy
the
said
attorney
that-
out of.
that-
So typically
this
I'm
is
paid,
slush fund.
he's
Yeah.
just being Randy. I have paid for like the lawsuit stuff out of that. That we
Oh, that
had.
2,500.
We kind of exceeded it.
Yeah, we did all that's the line item that we had there for consulting, that we used as needed, which now, pretty much I use all of my budget for Baker Tilly and Wagner, Irwin and Shiley the last year. This is where we've budgeted, had 4,000 in there to use as needed, but it's been going towards legal fees, legal consulting and all that. So no, I haven't spent any of that on mine or Andy.
Attorney, that's commissioner's attorney, contract, county commissioners association dues, Life Springs, can't do anything about that. That's set by the state, 119,463. Burial of soldiers, I don't know.
That just kind of comes in, you
2,000, you just don't really know, I guess.
Yeah, and if we get like, to at the
What
end
are
of the
we-
year, where are we at right now?
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of random. You
I
don't know,
move
right? I mean,
A lot
you
of
just have to-
times, if we've got,
Could be a lot, could be not very much.
Yeah.
What determines that? Like who sends that over the
we get
veteran
it from
service
funeral
office?
homes.
Oh, okay.
We spent 2,300 in 23 and 24.
Mhm. Legal services. Memorial Day expense, that's for the flags, right? I think that's what Randy said.
Mhm.
Travel, 1,000, which is not much. For 3.
I'm gonna change line 3 to 300 to say telephone/internet,
Okay.
because it all comes together. So there's no way of breaking it down. So I'll change that description to say telephone/internet, where you guys understand that that's the telephone and internet combined.
So you can do
It's
that?
for
You
everybody
can-
but jail and health.
It's everybody, except for, we don't pay for, it's the courthouse. We don't pay for the jail, they pay for their own.
What about this one and
They pay for their own, the health department. They don't pay for that South
Can you-
Annex
can you-
either.
Now, if those departments need a telephone and an internet separately, you can't combine this one, you'll have to create a new.
Correct. I'll have to, that's why we haven't done it. Yeah, that's why we haven't, that's now I remember why we haven't combined that. Because some people use the telephone as separate, it is the same account line, so that's why we didn't correct it. So now I cannot connect it, but correct it, but know that under commissioners, which
It went up 4,000.
technically we could move this under the courthouse. Because it fit more to be paid at courthouse, but it's always been paid out of.
The health department's just the health department, it's not
Everybody?
everybody here. I don't
it's just
think.
so it's not the whole building?
Yeah.
Just the health department. Health pays for their own, sheriff pays for their own,
I think it was,
the rest of the McKenna, it's a big long bill.
But it looks like it's going up 4,000. Did we?
Because we
Did
had to
we?
do additionals last year.
Okay. Yep, it looks like it was 24, so. Internet. Oh, did you combine that also? Region 15, that's it. Official bonds and insurance went down. Liability insurance, do you have that? Okay.
Not yet, we don't have the numbers
That's scary,
yet.
that could be more.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna go down.
We didn't have it when we had this, we don't have the numbers yet though. I wanted to wait till next week.
So I wouldn't cut that, because that's probably not gonna go down.
It's not gonna go down.
Yeah, that's what.
We've got a meeting next Tuesday. No, not Tuesday.
no, it's not.
October 7th.
Work comp 50,000. That's not gonna go down. William Tell Senior Citizens, 5,000. I don't think they presented, but they have wrote a letter.
Is that just a donation or something?
They have like a dance, they have a band on Saturday. I don't think they came. They didn't, I know they didn't. But that's I think that's the one that Jesse briefly mentioned. But he's a different organization. Sometimes people get those two mixed up. And so,
Do you need to get that letter or do you have it?
I have it. Yeah, I mean, if somebody needs it. I think I do.
Oh, what's it for, just to help with their operations or what?
It's for, I didn't get we didn't request a budget, but they didn't give one either, I don't think.
I don't know if it was just because it was a requirement or an in-kind thing or.
No, it's not a requirement. It's I think something started years ago. I don't know. Before my time. But it does feel like, to me, it does feel like it kind of duplicate
Okay,
with
it's like-
the California.
It's weekly
William
Saturday
Taylor
night
here.
gatherings, dances with a live band, meals, snacks, and drinks, weekly card games and activities, evenings and afternoons, monthly or bi-monthly health and wellness information meetings for seniors, meals on occasion for the elderly or senior citizens that are not on Saturday, games and activities in the afternoon for people who prefer not to drive after dark.
It kind of feels like a duplication of services with the Council on Aging to me, but I know they don't have a band, so. They do charge they do charge something to get in, to help pay for the band, huh?
Just talked to Mac yesterday, it's $7
But that's what helps pay for the band.
and the meal.
And people, it's like a pitch in. I think they
Oh, is
might,
it?
they might bring a meat they might do a meet or something, and then, yeah, I went to it before.
Is this, guys, we've got to cut a lot of things. Is this a priority for us? Because, I mean, again, I don't want to discount senior citizens and their benefit to the community, but by the same token, we're looking for things to cut at this point in time. This to me looks like a ripe apple, because we're going to need to cut significant amounts of money, and to me, a lot of these extras are going to fall off the radar at least this year, or at least be decreased.
It seems like a duplication of service to me with council on aging, so
Do they say where they get their money from? And to do all the things they do, is it just council or just city till city pay some on that too, or?
What it is,
I'm not sure.
I've been down there a few times, but they have bands and then it's pitch and meal.
Yep.
They have food, they rent the hall. And I hear what Brad's saying, but it isn't. A few times I went, it was very well attended. So I don't know.
Are you,
That's
are
something
you talking
that
about the William Tell's,
The
the
William
dance,
Tell.
or the, okay,
the William Tell, what I'm talking about, not the one.
not the council on aging?
Not the Council on Aging. I'm not here to advocate for them, because you can go to private places and get all that too. And there are venues in the community that do this for profit venues, but this is something that, somebody said, well, why don't you go and try it? And I said, well, so I did a few times, but it's, a few times I was there was probably 80 to 100 people. So I don't know that they need this money, but, I can tell you it is a viable venture that they have there.
Yeah.
And if you do go in, it's like $7, and then if you're not a member, it's $8 or $10. It's not, if you've been there, you know what it is. And she said she's been there, Kelly has, so.
I just didn't know if they get any other funding, or is it just strictly $5,000?
I mean, they didn't make a presentation,
Well,
and it doesn't say that, they didn't like
yeah,
send a
they-
budget or anything.
I talked to them yesterday. They get grants, they have memberships, they have the meals, stuff like that. They don't get any other, like federal or state funding for it.
I mean, to be frank about it, kind of looks like, and I think maybe some of the bands are the same as Miss Mamie's has now. So, and these, I mean, I'm not advocating for or against the 5,000. I just know that they're pretty active. And it does
Well,
look like,
Brad had a good point.
It's
Yeah,
not
we're gonna have to cut
Yeah.
a lot, and some of this stuff that we've been funding, we're gonna have to revisit and find out,
yeah.
With our financial situation,
And
paying for dances and pitch-ins and things like that, okay, can we help with the utilities or upkeep on the building? Yes, but when it comes right down to it,
they may be able to handle that through fundraising,
again, not to say we can't revisit it in the future if we come in the future with a better financial situation than we're in, but I'd like to see this dramatically cut.
So remove the 5,000. Just,
I-
anybody have any
I'd say
objection?
remove it.
I don't have any objection to removing it. That's
Or
a-
if you could just leave it at 1,000, so you have to cut it out completely.
They're gonna get
What?
pushback, I think,
For what?
for doing that.
I don't believe we're gonna be lacking in pushback this
I'm
year
just
at all.
saying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be getting pushed back a lot everywhere.
You probably will get pushed back because the thing's well attended, but I'm not.
Well,
I'm
I
not
think it's a
for or
great
against
event.
it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
great event.
Again,
Yeah,
It's not, that's not
Yeah,
the question.
a few years, I might qualify.
there's
I
private
still qualify
I think you
now.
already qualify.
Same thing. you
Anybody
can go to.
qualifies. Look
I like your point. Yes.
I know.
Chris would go.
John,
I don't
just
like
can't.
competing with private events,
Yeah.
you know. Plus,
It is fun.
I'd recommend maybe say down to 1,000, but not cutting it out.
I do want to remind you guys, you have to cut $2.2 million.
Yeah.
And
This is a drop in a
this is,
very big
this is
budget.
just Chris Hammack speaking, not, think it's great, but this is a year that you're gonna have to remove fluff. And you're not, if they have the opportunity to do fundraising and other things like that, and let's look at what you guys have also done. I know we're in the beginning stages, but you took a 5% stipend away from your employees.
We
So-
didn't take it away, it rolls
Well,
off at the end of the year.
I'm saying, you're gonna have, if the way things are going on paper right now, you're gonna have your employees of the county bringing in less money in 26 and 25.
It was a one-time
I
stipend.
get that, I
It was
get that.
not a salary increase.
I get that, but I'm saying we've gotta take $2.2 million out of this budget. And
Okay, guys, what do you,
Strike,
okay.
that's what I say, in my opinion, sorry.
Well, we could take a vote on it.
I mean, we're gonna come back through this
Yeah, I'll say-
multiple
This is the
times.
first
I mean,
time.
this is just, you know, we can always
I'd
adjust.
say take it out
whatever.
also.
Okay,
I don't know.
First round, take it out.
okay. Yeah, we'll have multiple rounds here. So, okay, next, county car expenses. Probably better leave that, because that's not getting any newer. What do you think?
Was that the shared?
That's that
And-
Tahoe, yeah. I think, the Navy Tahoe, that Navy Tahoe. Yeah. Animal welfare and education from 5,000 to 30,000. I think we need to probably,
Take that back to 5 again.
well, and it's not that I don't think that's important, but I don't fully know all the detail. I mean, they did a good job of putting a lot of details out there, but I think, you know, part-time, what does that look like? Is that person on call 24/7 up to so many hours? You know, there's just a lot of details to be worked out. So I think it's, again, not that it's not important, but we just need to work out a plan first, just like we ask other people to work
I
out
agree. And
all the full details first. So is everybody okay with taking that to 5,000?
I like that idea.
Okay. Any objections, I guess I should say. Ride Solutions, 6,000. This is, again, I have my own personal feelings on it. I stated that the budget listening sessions, but I don't know how you guys feel about it. I feel like it's kind of I realize people use it and it subsidizes their ride from, you know, $5 or $6 down to $2 or $3 or whatever it is. I don't have the exact amount, but
There are 3 organizations offering
that's
rides.
right. And we also have a cab company here that I really don't want to hurt.
Yes,
Let's-
So
let's
so
agree
let's take
100%.
that's how I feel.
Definitely.
And I realize Tell City funded this and Wapaka funded this for the last 2 years or whatever, and that's their choice. They can do that and continue that if they want, but
Yeah.
it's also not technically has to be, it's not one of those we have to do it, county responsibilities, so.
0.
Dispatch, I think we better leave that.
Yeah, I think that's the.
Yeah.
Hospital piece.
So, 4-H building. This is fairground.
yes,
Okay,
Yes.
this is when Chris
Chris,
talked,
and-
yeah. Chris Simple talked, I mean, I realize it's one of those outside organizations, but I think it serves a large amount of people, so, I don't know. A large amount of taxpayers.
I think they were gonna be working on their sound system or something yet.
Oh, there were several things, I think, but they didn't ask for an increase, but
Well, it's massively attended and it benefits the youth. You can say that about a lot of this stuff, you know, it benefits whoever wants it, but it is an investment in the youth, and it also gives them education and responsibility that they need leading to adulthood. I mean, realize there's a lot of,
And there's the 10,000 underneath it for the,
yeah,
Keeps them out of juvenile detention.
well,
which we need that to go down.
and go up there and look at everything that they're doing and all the kids that are participating. I think it's part of education.
Somebody else have any thoughts?
Well, you wanna come back to it? And if
I
we
mean-
really need,
I would like to see it cut at least some,
Okay,
okay?
what are you suggesting? Or what ideas does anybody have?
Going back to at least the 10. That was like 2023. I mean, at a minimum, I think, and I think we'll probably revisit this issue again because
Okay,
we're
I
talking
do
about
too.
big money here.
yeah,
take it to 10.
Take it to 10 for now.
Any objections to
just
that
cut
right
it to
now?
10. It's on 15, so let's cut it to 10.
Okay. And then, excuse me. And then the next one is the 4-H premiums, and expenses.
That's for the kids.
That's the programs, that's the clubs and all the event, like the event things that they do, I think, not the fairground, the other part of it.
So have they expended 5,000 so far of the 10,
We pay
Yes.
quarterly.
2025?
They invoice quarterly,
Okay,
$2,500 quarterly.
This says premiums and expenses.
I just think that's
I think that's just in
I don't know who
general.
set that up, but this is what Pam came and spoke on, the actual things that they do.
Pam
and-
Helping Home, yeah. Not her name.
well, like I said, we're gonna have to come back and revisit some of this stuff.
What do you
I
got?
hate some of the things we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do some things.
I do too.
I don't wanna be cold-hearted, but
I don't think it's cold-hearted. I mean, this is just part of our job that we have to do. You only have so much, you only have so much money, you have to make it stretch. So,
Well, you wanna cut that to 5?
do I have any objections to cutting it to 5?
first round 5, yes?
For sure, 5, yeah.
Okay. Ambulance service, 800,000.
I put the highest bid in there, one came in for 800, and the other one was 525. I can't remember, it was 525 even, I can pull the paperwork out, or 525, 5.
My issue with it is we're right on track with what we have budgeted so far. We're not, I don't just wanna pay. And I don't think it's been worked out with the commissioners yet, so. I just have a hard time whenever I mean, I know that could change, you know, but, and I have a hard time with the schedule. Whenever we got that thing from Deaconess that says the schedule would be paying like 400 and, don't quote me, it was a little over 400 hours overtime every pay period. I think that's what it said. And I just, I don't know. I think that's,
Was that in the larger number, or was that in the smaller number?
that was in what we're paying now.
What we're paying now?
Out of the 285,000.
That's actual.
That's actually, yeah, so that includes 400 something hours overtime every pay period. And then it's gonna go from 285 to 500? Or
And right now,
800?
though, you're saying that they're kind of on schedule,
Yeah,
meeting,
I mean,
They got caught up, but that was just 1 month. I mean, you never know from month to month.
Yeah.
Bad debt next month could be $200,000 that they'll have to write off. They couldn't collect.
Yeah.
So I mean, it caught itself up, but that's not a good picture of the future either.
We'll cut it to 5. 100,000.
I mean, bottom line, it's not worked out yet, but, I mean, I think we can cut it. It's not gonna, we don't have to take the absolute maximum.
We may have to come and visit it again. But, you know,
What do you-
that's a
what is-
lot.
What is a number that pops into your head? I mean, just keeping at around 300,000 is what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
because we don't have a contract, nothing's worked out yet. I mean, I don't know.
Right now, you pay 225,000 out of, for ambulance service out of general, and then 60,000, all right, yeah, 60,000 out of public safety. So you pay a total of we've got budgeted a total of 285,000
I mean,
between the two.
we could this round take it down to 500 and just see, what the lower bid was.
Cut it in half.
We've got six.
Yeah, let's go 400 this round.
That's what I was thinking.
Again, just
Is
this
any
range.
objections to that?
Well, I think you should at least do what your lowest bid is. I think the chances of
So you've got
of it going less than that's gonna be slim to none. If the commissioners sign off on it, we'll be locked in regardless of what the,
It'd be 465,000.
I don't
Yeah, but I
think
think they're still looking at
I don't
options,
think
so.
the bid, when I did a record request, I don't think it was up to 525. I think it's just, it's what you're gonna pay.
525.
So we should, you're saying we should probably set it at 500, no less than.
No
Are you-
less than.
Are you gonna count
At
the
least if I-
60 out of lit public safety? 60,000 out of lit?
525
So
minus
then you-
60.
So you just do 465,000 in
What
general.
do you mean 525? Is that what it was? It wasn't
That's the
500?
I think it was
That's the bid.
525 in the bid.
525.
Is that what it was?
Mhm. I've actually found it, yeah. Sure. Cause I actually got one for
So where would it go
485
with-
from them.
400 or 500?
Well, I mean, I agree with what Corey's saying, that if they choose the lower bid, they're gonna choose, they'll choose that, but if they go a different route, or I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay, what are we gonna pay out for the safety? Are we gonna do just 60, I assume?
Oh, here it is.
So you reduce your, it's 525, it'd be 465.
465,
That's cool. That's Corey.
You want to set it at 465?
Just for
first
now,
round?
first round, yeah, so we can move forward. Is that okay? Any objections to
No, that's fine.
465 and do the 60?
465.
We're all just kind of groping in the dark
Yeah.
here a little bit, so.
Okay. Indirect on NACO, were they not doing that?
What was it?
Subscriptions and dues,
Zero on there.
zero that?
Miranda, yeah, this is what I got from
I
Miranda.
know, I mean subscriptions and dues, what is that? It's only spent 30,
60.
only zero this year? What is that?
I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know.
You're in NACO or what?
Oh, we went, no, NACO, he said not doing it, so
Okay.
we passed that, so subscription, or someone said that. They put zero in there.
Mhm.
Subscription and dues,
Let's just put that
I don't know, what,
They just moved.
$50.
it doesn't look like they
I think we,
spent anything.
Well, we have to pay, don't they have to pay for the commissioners
they have to pay for
association or whatever?
commissioners, I don't know
They do
where.
it late in the year or something?
Maybe they were paying it out of NACO before, now they're just gonna pay it out of subscription and dues, not specifically to
No.
NACO.
I think NACO's different.
I don't know why NACO's is either. Cause we've always paid NACO.
Maybe they're in the wrong, maybe just, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Publications,
Total budget.
Chris, isn't there
We've
something?
expended 450 to NACO this year.
Okay.
I know we paid the commissioner's dues too, but I don't know.
The combined.
Maybe they don't wanna be a
Maybe
member,
they do, I don't know.
they don't find it beneficial. I really don't know. Somebody put it at zero, so.
I don't know why.
Subscription and dues, that's commissioners, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Publications, isn't that gonna go down? Aren't we gonna do
As long
those
as we don't
online?
have- Huh?
Aren't we gonna do additional appropriations online now? But when does that start? January?
I don't think it starts till January.
So that'll really cut down on, is that what this is, when you have to advertise?
Everything, the bids come out, bid
Oh,
notices
well,
come
you
out
have
of
to, you're
here.
gonna have to do that.
I just had to do the additional, when we have any ordinances that involve fees and
Okay, we
whatnot,
better
so
not skip.
I keep that the way it is.
What was the one you just did though? I thought it was a huge amount.
The animal ordinance
Yeah.
was $1,300 a
Well, it was
time.
a full page.
Yeah.
It
Or
was
two,
huge.
3 times. I do not know why that was like that. All the other ones are small.
He said, I was given,
I mean, it was
said,
it was a full
said you
page,
had to do the whole thing. I was like, okay.
very large print.
He wanted everyone to see it, I guess.
I don't know.
Animal welfare paid for one run of it.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I mean, it was done, so we had to pay for it, but I think we better watch that and not.
Attorney told me I had to run it.
No, I'm okay with running it, but not like a full page ad. We're not Nobles IGA. I mean, we can do those small prints, like in the back. So
I don't know why they did it that
maybe
way.
we just need
get
to
a
make sure.
magnifying glass.
It's okay, but most people do the small print. I mean, it was kind of 3 times. So anyways,
Did they run it 3? It was also spread twice.
2 or 3, I don't know.
Two.
I kept seeing it. I thought, oh my.
I only paid for twice.
Okay. Care of patients in institutions. This is juvenile detention.
I think we could cut that to 200,000.
This is one of those, you just.
You don't know, you know.
If you get some people in trouble,
Well,
they have
you
to
look-
get sent, I mean, it's a couple $100 a day.
Let's do
You
one
look at,
seventy-five,
175?
almost got the difference, yeah.
This year's been a very good year so far.
Yeah, well,
Don't talk too loud.
You said 175?
does anybody, I mean.
That's, I mean, I
Have
said
objections?
200, but we can do 175. I'll go with that too.
I mean,
First round?
First round.
Okay,
you
175.
might have to cut it further and
Yep.
hope we don't get it or do additional appropriations or something.
1 year was really bad. But
Yeah.
then this year's not bad. So you,
We'll take it to 150 or 100. Why not?
150?
I agree, I agree.
$0.
$0. Everybody has to behave.
We're doing 150.
Okay, we know that's not realistic.
150 is fine with me too.
All right, 150. Does anybody object to 150? Okay,
I'm getting pretty easy at this point.
okay.
Yeah.
Next up, contract council on aging. It's not really a contract, is it?
I don't know, and this way it's always been in there.
Okay, but that's what Jesse Watkins spoke about. It was 30,000 last year and they're asking for an increase
Let's cut
to
it back
50.
to 30.
I mean, it's an outside agency. It's,
Yeah.
I don't know
I mean, we
everybody.
may have to go revisit that, but I'd say, 30.
30 at the most,
Yeah.
because I think that's gonna be,
30 is what you gave them this year, so that's not anything less.
I think we should.
Cut it in half, you did for the kids.
touche.
25,000?
Put it
Are you going off-
25,000 first
You're
round.
going off of what you gave them last year or what they asked for? Because you gave them 30 last
Oh,
year.
sorry. What do you,
Well,
I didn't know what cut in half
Well,
meant.
every
Cut
year
off
was
what-
30, but, I mean, we could go with 20 or 25. I mean, we may have to come back and revisit it
I
anyway.
think that's probably gonna happen when we're done here, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
let's,
just do it 30 and see if we,
what was your intent, Corey? Half of,
My intent was half of requested.
half of requested.
so 25?
Let's do 25 first round.
All right.
Lucky they're already used to doing a lot of fundraising.
They do a good job of that.
I agree with that, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I hate these good organizations getting this, but
very good organization. Ambulance, well, these others are 0, so I'm just skipping down to ambulance lease, 30,000. That's part of that 100,000 that were set aside, which I think we still need to
I
continue.
think that's a priority.
That has to be priority to me. Any objections?
No, boss.
Okay, no, not the boss. All right,
Okay.
now it's Kelly's turn.
Really shouldn't have much.
40,085, 3067, 4490, 1.1, 1,000.
Okay, hold on a second.
55,000.
Hold on. Elected officials, I had 39,885. That's what it's all, what's what it's always been, 39,885.
I don't think they've had a raise and, you know, they're not asking for.
So then what's that?
3051 Social Security.
But you gotta add that 200 in there.
Oh.
32,
That's why it went to that.
okay. 3251, yeah,
3251?
3251. I get what you're. I got it. I'm following Kelly.
So down to SERS. 45,000. 240, 120, 1520, 4,000, 29,744, 550, 119,463, 2,000, 600, 1,000, 23,000, 12,461, 3,500, 200,000, 50,000 for workers' comp, 500, 5,000, 35,000, 10,000, 5,000, 465,000, 500, 2,000, 150,000, 25,000, 30,000, for a total of 2,424,839.
Got 801, what am I missing? Got
A
20.
few dollars.
Up there though.
Yeah, because I've got 2,424,801, so we'll check on that.
Did you
Just a few
change the
dollars.
retirement?
I got retirement 4467.
Let me- can't add that up there.
How come, Social Security goes up 200, but retirement doesn't change?
Plus, she doesn't get
change because they don't
she
know
doesn't get the
retirement.
The 200 doesn't get retirement.
So elected official is 39,885. It stays at 39,885 because I'm not taking any more out of the elected. Social Security is 3251.
Which is the 200. plus
Retirement was 4467.
So did you get it 801 though?
2424801 is the
I got
total.
yours blowing right my throat.
David, you want
Right
to
on
say
me.
Chris was right? You want to say it? You can
What's
just-
that?
You can say it.
Oh, the 801?
I was right.
You're right. How did that happen?
Because the equation.
The 200 at the top.
David.
Here's who?
All right.
Okay, is it lunchtime? What time are you on?
Lunch.
I figured it's noon, it's noon. I haven't ate yet at all.
It's a good time.
Are you grouchy?
No.
Angry.
Hey, great. Okay, so we want to break and then come back at 1?
Yep.
Is that okay?
I think that's good.
Do we need to?
We're gonna end the stream because we got a second set and I gotta call her.
And tomorrow's stream is like set for like 8:50 or something.
Ben, yep.
Okay, we'll be back. 1 o'clock.
What'd you say tomorrow's session?
Nicole's got it set for like 8:50.
Yeah, it's just kind of
I don't know why. It's probably just scroll. Okay.
Oh, this is brutal.
What?